Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Rook's Gate. This is our game, the Merrily. Today we have Karina, Kyle, Tev, and Matt. And the characters are the jolly crew of the ship Merrily, which has come to the graveyard world of Caprice. Now, this is particularly a emotional visit because, of course, they killed this world and everybody who lives here. So, congrats. Right?
Not completely.
Okay, who else was more directly responsible for the death of this world?
Whoever sent off the EMP first.
We didn't start.
Dr. Honko gazes out over the destruction of Caprice and said, "What could have caused this? What could have caused the fall? So much suffering.
And we all get
What
coughing
villain?
fits.
And a single tear rolls down his eye.
Oh, the humanity.
If I ever find out who's responsible,
Just lay it on super thick.
That's right.
Right. Okay. So you guys are here for you were here for three purposes. Well, make it four now. Purpose number one was to recover the cargo belonging to Alexei Zerko.
Yeah.
Because he was going to supply Peregrine 17 to Kusari. The second thing was to find the components which made up Marvin, your fallen shipboard colleague, who was a robot. Was a robot. Will be a robot again. Is a digital personality. Whatever. Thirdly, since you were coming to Caprice, you decided that you were going to also attempt to find the manufacturing gear for Peregrine 17.
That's right.
And you have had some play on that so far, and
I'm going to count that as a result.
I'll have you guys sort of exactly talk about that. And lastly, the last time you were here, not the last time, one of the times that you were here, something was stolen from you by a fellow by the name of Augustus Rose, and you were going to attempt to see if you could find that as well. Yes?
Yes.
All right, so what part of that are we in right now?
I believe we were actually... I believe we finished up in Paladin Lots, which is where the manufacturing equipment was.
And then it was basically the last piece of Marvin or Rose.
Well, and I believe we went to... among other things, Rose's place will actually also... I believe also provided us with a place where I could spend some time and actually fix the ship completely.
Okay. Yeah. So there were some repairs.
Could you hand me one of the pieces of bakery? No, that's okay. You're talking. Okay, or not. Thank you.
Because remember, I've just jury-rigged the thrusters.
Yes, that's right. Our maneuvering thrusters. So yes, that is true.
And then, so we were going to go there. I was going to work on that while you guys decided to see if you could find anything in Rose's old place. And then we were going to...
Josh was with us. We can use him, right?
Yep. Then we were going to go down to the Hauser Trench to pick up the last bit of Marvin from a Sim Cafe.
This is where you previously would plug in like a sensor unit.
Yeah.
And it would put you into an artificial reality.
And then we were going to go pick up, because we found out that Zerko's cargo had been moved to a point on...
There's no butter in any of that baking, is there?
Probably.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because it had been moved to Vegas Starport.
Well, somewhere near Vegas Starport.
Yeah, but it had been removed from where it originally was.
Yeah, which was in the hub, and then it got moved somewhere onto the surface near the Starport.
All right. Did we leave off with you actually in the Dandy Adventures at Rose's
I believe
place?
so.
I can't remember. I thought we were en route to someplace, but okay.
That's where we decided to go next.
Okay.
So assuming there's no problems with navigation, then I guess we're there, but from the way you asked that...
No, I was just curious
obvious.
where we had actually left off.
Okay.
I don't have that we landed, so...
Yeah, I don't think we'd actually traveled.
My last thing is that we dealt with Ezra Rice.
Yeah. We concluded a deal and we were walking off to the ship.
Okay.
Well, there's one easy way to...
And Lita... Okay, so Lita and Stosh have joined you aboard the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Lita is a laconic, toughened mercenary she's obviously a colleague of Stosh's, and from what you've seen, he's shown quite a bit of respect for her, meaning
They're not romantic, we said.
they're not romantic, but you get kind of a feeling there's more of a brotherly, sisterly love or combat colleague kind of thing happening there. Okay. You find yourself in the Dandian Ventures. The canyon here is quite steep. So the shelves built into the wall are not built on any rock, but are just polycrete platforms sticking out above. Now, Rose's place actually extends significantly above that. If you recall, when you went to Rose's place, his tower actually extended above the lip of the canyon and looked down. Therefore, you could not go out onto his balconies without some sort of respirator gear. He didn't have balconies for one thing, but you couldn't land there and walk outside without some sort of pressure suit on. Mm-hmm. Okay? Which means that when somebody drove a freight rig into it and all the air was evacuated, that meant anybody inside, if they didn't make it to emergency shelter, probably died. But,
Of all the things, that wasn't us, we think.
No, the freighter was Crane. So you're technically correct. Crane is no longer here to pay the price for his crime. But it wasn't service to rescuing the party. It was the food.
The Mercator freighter.
That's one that we didn't have.
Man, I gotta tell you, Caprice has not had a banner couple of years. Like the last 24 months, the freighter wiping out a good portion of the food supply, the EMP knocking all of their life support offline, and then finally the key basically dissolving all of their software.
Whatever remaining infrastructure hadn't been smushed by previous unfortunate events.
Someone down there is going, come on! Are you serious?
But didn't we also trigger something when we were rescuing slaves, the human trafficking, and then we also, Marvin's in the mix and was bringing the other guys coming in.
I don't know if we triggered much. Like, we were just, like, dancing amongst the flames, basically.
All right, then.
The cards haven't been too kind to
May I strongly recommend when you actually do your merch to have left-handed mugs as well.
Yes. Okay, because you're left-handed?
I drink left-handed.
Oh. Actually, I think you probably drink both hands.
But I'm mostly
Two-fisted drinker.
Oh, that too.
All right.
I'm just looking and it's like, oh, you've got your logo facing, but if it was me, you wouldn't have your logo facing. Just like, I cannot see that.
You land at Rose's former stronghold. This place, as you land, there has obviously been some hasty repairs here. If you recall, it looked like a trio of cylinders reaching up into the sky with one taller than the rest, which was where Rose had his office with that handy-dandy emergency evacuation chair.
Right.
It's a freaking Bond villain.
He was.
He was, yeah. He
Or
might
is.
still be. Who knows? And it does have a number of landing pads. You easily find one that will actually take the Marilee's weight. Yeah, you settle in, and as you do so, the actual facility looks to be deserted. Some of the doors actually lie open, and you can see now. Of course, this place is above the atmosphere, so it's not like people were just sort of wandering around here to die when the atmosphere is vacated. However, this place has a look of dereliction, much like the rest of the colony. Okay, what do you do?
Shoot up and go exploring.
Does he have the equivalent of a garage if we're doing repairs?
He does not. This place, visitors would visit here, but there is never a point of people actually stopping having their ships repaired here. That was always handled elsewhere.
He must have a personal garage somewhere.
This is like a mansion,
Yeah.
right?
This is the front where guests pull up. So it's
Right. When I said there were no landing pads strong enough to support the Marilee, or there was only, like, you find one that was, the reality is he actually kept his yacht at the starport. right? He wouldn't land it here. He would take a cutter to the
flitter or a cutter
and take off from there.
Okay.
Right. So you're landing here. You're probably one of the biggest ships that have ever landed on this pad.
Next to that cargo.
It didn't land.
I walked away from it.
barely.
I'm joking.
So did Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Did we have a chance to rest before we relocated?
Would you have taken that chance at Rice's facility, or would you have?
I think
Would you have actually rested here in the Dandy Adventures once you'd arrived?
I
Because
think
you
it
are
was a rest-
fatigued.
Yeah,
Once
we're all
we're
pretty.
here, I
we're all
think.
pretty.
Yeah, 'cause we're expecting
got
the
one
Dandy
whole mind
Adventures
point
to
left,
be-
and we've been at it.
Okay. Right. 9 points. There's a bag up there. Yes.
One of these
Nope.
ones?
That
This one?
one. Yep.
I see something.
Yeah. So however many mind points you have, just
All right, 1.
Well, you think you're 7, right?
Yeah, we'll go.
I've got 1 too. Out of 8.
Well,
Yeah, rest might be. Colors don't matter, right?
no.
To you all.
Okay, so 8 and 7 for everyone else, right?
8 for you, 7 for
4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
I got mine.
Okay.
Mm.
So if you're short 3, then I.
There's 7 more.
Oh, okay. We're gonna. Easy. Those are spare.
No, I don't need them.
All right.
You
Oh, I do.
you need
I'll
something.
use the green ones for darkness.
That's fine. I'll swap around till I get all the same color. Oh, good.
That was awesome.
No.
No. Okay. Right. So you land at the Dandy Adventures at the Penrose facility. As you do so, like I said, it looks derelict. Do you basically lock up the ship and get some rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lita and Stosh will volunteer to stand watch if you trust them.
I have no reason to distrust them.
Okay. So they'll put on their armored vac suits and they actually head outside the ship where they test the entries, see whether or not there's actually anybody here. They'll report back later.
All right.
All right. So let's assume that each of you spends enough time to actually take advantage of the facilities to get your 2 mind points back.
Okay.
So you eat some food, get some rest. Because you have the enhanced facilities,
Yeah.
your rest is twice as fast, so therefore 2 mind points. Oh, everybody see,
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
this is courtesy of one of our viewers, Dale Offord, who said that we actually need the magic 8 ball, so it arrived 3 days ago.
Nice.
Okay, so this has a tricky functioning. You press the 8.
Yes, and you hold it for amount of time, and not just remember the sequence that the answers come in and press it so that it flips over one.
It spins pretty fast. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
It spins really fast. So,
Yeah, I guess it's you can hop it over one if you're being a jerk. It's okay. I'll just press it and hold it, and that's good enough.
or one of us can press and hold it.
No,
That
no,
works.
no, no.
You're gonna be gaming the
You
system.
into the ball. No, you can all hear me. Press and hold the button for an amount of time.
Yeah, it would be unfortunate if you lost your mental powers because you tried to game this.
Okay. Isn't that the whole point of seeing the future?
Right, so they venture into the complex to make sure that there's no hostiles while you guys get some rest. When you return when you guys awaken 8 hours later, a shift later, day 131,
Jeez.
you find yourselves, they are in the cargo hold. They have their vac suit helmets off. Stosh is drinking something clear out of a bottle. And he says, you're awake. I found some good stuff from the facility.
I guess the thin atmosphere outside helps preserve things too.
It's alcohol.
Facility is deserted. Robotic systems are down and there's no one alive here. There is no one home. It would appear that Mr. Rose cleared out several of his facilities before he left. The place is functional, but the decorations and things I remember from before, they're gone.
So you're saying
Ask
that
Josh
Rose
if he
left
recognizes any of the furniture.
in good order and brought probably the most valuable things with him?
Sorry, second.
That Rose left in maybe in a hurry, but more or less in good order and brought the most valuable things with him.
Yeah, so he's in the mess with you guys, and he says, yes, he had the rosewood table very much similar to the one you have. And some art, it's very...
Was he moving it? Did you not?
We all had our pieces, just we kept one piece in our cabins.
Right, and you kept a couple of pieces for the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the mess. So,
I know
just to
nothing
go
about
back before we were recording, the characters actually, Augustus Rose has been sort of their
Nemesis.
rival, nemesis guy for about the past, I don't know, 4 seasons?
Yeah.
A long time.
Long
Pretty
time.
much since I started.
And they had the opportunity to, it was called, they had the opportunity to actually raid his transport that was moving him to a new planet. And they made off with his art collection, some of his furniture, a lot of his very large suits, because he's a big guy.
Oh, we didn't know that he was moving on that transport. That transport was following us, so we dropped a truck on it.
Right. Yeah. Well, one way or another, how you got to be in the particular point where you sent an APC through their windshield, that's irrelevant. The reality, though, is that you stole.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, salvaged.
Was salvage at that point.
That's right, because the ship was destroyed afterwards, right? Because you couldn't save it.
Yeah. It went into the sun.
Nope.
No.
Gas jet.
Gas giant, right?
Okay.
We were rescuing the cargo.
That's right. And it's now here. And Stosh, who was a longtime employee of Augustus Rose, is like, yeah, the rosewood desk, your rosewood table looks just like this table. Okay, anyhow, he eventually basically tells you that he searched the majority of the facilities. There's no power at the facility. So they were working basically in low gravity to up and down the elevator tubes. He found nothing. He didn't search the entire thing, but he checked security, automated facilities, etc. He found nothing of note that said that there was anybody alive and functional here.
Also, like, time to fix the ship.
So it might be a quiet search at least, maybe.
It also sounds like it's not a great place to fix
If
the
nothing
ship.
else was close that we would be going to.
Why not?
Do we want to pick over the carcass of Rose's headquarters, looking for anything of personal importance?
I'm sure he would have taken it with him, given he
How much he liked
did
it.
move his stuff, but
Yeah, but it's not personally important to him. To him, it's just some high quality cyberware.
it's more than that to him. Like, it was...
It was high tech. It was like of a tech
Yeah, he
level
was
that
super
we know.
interested in it.
No?
Yeah. So probably, I guess, there may be low chance that it's here, but I can see if cards
chance.
pay.
Well,
So
Hanzo
yeah.
doesn't understand the rest of the crew's
Motivation.
obsession with this, but hey, he doesn't mind hanging out while if they want to search.
Okay. Does that mean that you start repair under?
I'll start
begin
repairs.
Okay. So I think we estimated the repair time of 5 days, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now you can also reduce time or reduce parts expense depending on how many successes you get.
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to need at least one helper. Some of the equipment is relatively clumsy, and it's going to require that you
What sort of skill would the helper need?
technician.
New technology.
I have tech. I'm not good at it, but if you want me to help while the rest of the crew looks,
Sure.
Sure. We're on even footing there. I think
I'm a
the
D6.
best help.
yeah,
here.
but she's also
Although
the most
there's also-
motivated to search.
What's
Rose's place.
Folk's tech? He's a techie.
Oh, but for salvaging, is it going to be observe? Because my observe
His
is
tech
shit.
is actually only the D4.
Oh, okay.
His datagen's at like
million.
5.
Yeah.
Five.
Well, no, it's 3 plus
3.
2, 5.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Is the searching for stuff going to be observed, though?
Scout. Yeah, observe, yes.
Yeah.
So,
I'd be better
I mean-
off staying in tech and then you
Yeah,
observe.
technically, but you're also, I was thinking, might be motivated. But technically, that's right. Yeah, sure. I'll go loot this place with you guys.
I will give you a bonus D6 for your raw drive to find something.
All right, then I'm gone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
Thanks for providing a mechanical
Incentive.
description for the motivation I was trying to articulate.
Okay, so let's begin with the mechanical rolls. What occurs here is there are a certain number of successes you need. I'm assuming that every day is 3 successes. Okay, so you'll roll once per day.
Yep.
Any extra successes he creates basically moves towards the goal of 15 total successes. Now, you can either have the success be towards, you need at least one, which means that you've taken one part, you've replaced it, and you will be able to move on. For every extra success, you can reduce the capacity of the parts that you use, like how many parts you use, or so either efficiency or speed. There's your choice. It's a trade-off. Okay?
My fatigue that I accrued last session, was that been cleared over rest?
Yeah, it's all gone.
Okay.
We're all...
As soon as you rest, you're
Yeah,
good.
that's what my assumption was. But just want to make sure before. So, and is it going to be wits plus tech to help him?
Yes.
All right, first new roll with the new dice.
Ooh.
You got new dice.
Look at
I
these
did.
things.
I got new dice.
My Tev,
Good.
what big dice
You
you
see them
have.
across the internet.
That's right.
Gonna break the table.
6. So
One
one
success.
success.
One success.
1, 2, 3.
3 successes.
Okay, so 3 successes.
4 successes.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yep, 4 total.
So, yeah. So the 3 successes is what you expected to get done for work today. Okay. You need 1. However, you can choose to use the extra successes either for efficiency, make it done,
Yep.
or to reduce the cost of parts.
How many parts is it going to take?
Your thing is probably going to cost 2 tons of parts altogether.
Which is
For all 5 days.
Just for a second.
2 tons for all 5 days.
For all 5 days, correct. For every point of efficiency that you spend, it will cost you 0.2 tons less, up to 1 ton. 1 ton will be the minimum amount of parts you'll be using.
And so I have 1 extra success to put to parts or efficiency, or do I have 3?
So you need 15 successes total to
Okay.
fix the ship. Okay, for 5 days, assuming 3 successes a day,
Yeah.
right?
So you've got your 3 for today done.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you got 1.
And 1 extra.
Okay.
So I've got 1 extra, then let's do that one for efficiency. Or speed, damn it. How much time off does it... If I do it...
Well,
if
now
I-
you need 14 versus 15.
Yeah, so you've just done 3 successes, so you've reduced the number of successes you need from 3 to 15 to 12.
Okay.
Okay.
If you have an extra success a
Then we
day,
start
then
next day.
we can go 4 days instead of
Yeah.
5. And there's probably encounters.
Yeah, so the extra success of speed would be a third of a day less.
Yeah. Okay, so
I would.
we'll go with speed.
Yeah, I would suggest early on putting it towards speed more than parts, assuming we
Yeah.
have the parts.
We
And
have
then-
we have just 2 tons of parts, so or 2.5 tons of parts. So
Yeah, so then once we get closer, then maybe start dumping
I
it
think
to
we need to start
efficiency.
hitting up derelicts in space and...
I need we need spares, dude. This
And
is
Vegas Sparkport might be a place to find parts, considering lots of ships.
So you took a fridge to the side, right? So,
yeah.
okay. What that would mean, though, is that it's now your turn to make your observation rolls.
Aha.
If you're scouting the facility, I'm going to assume that Lita and Stosh, they are on security duty.
Makes sense. And Falk is just watching things.
Well, he's probably keeping a radio scan.
One success.
2 successes.
Aha.
On 1 die.
Okay, your 1 success, you spend the day searching through the place, you find nothing about you.
Right.
Right, this place has been cleaned out. Sure, there's furniture and stuff like that, and it probably has some nominal value.
We don't
Yeah.
need more furniture
It's
right
not
now.
like we need to become a...
Your 2 successes, however, will generate a single finding card. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so what I told myself was the chances of finding an arm were it's a remote, it's a joker,
It it's a D6.
But
No.
it has to be followed by a diamond.
Oh.
Okay, dude.
That's not too bad.
The chance of him getting a Joker.
heart.
Woo! Okay. So that will
I'm not gonna
mean.
get that again, so
What's that?
I'm not gonna get a Joker again.
Means you have to find out where Penrose fled to and get that arm back
Can I
that
just
way.
get a better arm? Not
probably
the arm, but not the
Rose's
47
arm locker, right? So he's a collector.
Not the
Yeah.
47
Fancy
second
one away.
special.
I mean, strictly speaking,
Some people
look
have
at
an arms locker. He literally has an arms locker.
the- Yeah.
All right. You find yourself searching. As you do so, you actually find what is known as a Lazarus tank.
That's like reviving.
So a Lazarus tank is literally a RNA bath, which you put people who have been mortally wounded into. You leave them for a week, and they come out alive.
We could have saved. No, we couldn't have because he would blow it up. But okay, cool.
Okay, so a Lazarus tank is a piece of original Republic technology, like colonial Republic. This thing is incredibly old.
Huh. Sounds like a project for Falk to hook up to the ship.
It is currently at a neutral status. In other words, there's nothing inside.
Cool.
The other thing you should know as well is it only functions once.
Still.
It's a one shot.
Yes. Okay. It does require 1 ton, and it will need to be moved to the ship.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We're in low gravity.
Yeah.
Or you can take one of the loaders out of the ship and
All right.
cargo movers.
So let's do the encounters, shall we? All right.
If that was a diamond, I would have cried.
Well, he's shuffled since, remember?
Still.
I was gonna say it sounds like a highly wanted piece of technology.
So, moving on to the next day. Let's do some technician rolls here. Okay.
Donata, huh?
Nothing.
Send him back, Ted.
Probably a good thing that I used that one on speed because I only have 2 successes, so that's a grand total of 6 so far.
Okay.
Which means we're basically
On
we
schedule.
got a little bit further ahead yesterday, but we struggled today.
Yeah, we did all the easy stuff yesterday, and it's like today, it's like, oh wait, that thing we repaired, we have to move it out of the way to get to this panel.
Okay.
Distracted by the
Sounds
advent
like
of
you
the
guys
Lazarus
are spending half the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll an additional d6 for difficulty. Okay, so you'll reduce your successes by 1 today because you had to spend time moving the Lazarus tank to the ship.
Hey,
You can put it into the cargo if you would.
As your
Yep.
Woohoo!
what am I doing? That's the wrong
What a great name for a thing, eh? The Lazarus tank.
Lazarus tank.
3 successes.
Woo!
Nice. So that's 2.
And 1 success.
So that's nothing.
Gross.
On your second day,
So it's 2.
what's that?
2 successes.
You reduce it by 1. Difficulty is 2 automatically. Right. Just because this place has been cleaned out. So this represents some ammunition stocks for common small arms, which you can add to your ship's store rather than having to manufacture some.
Cool.
We need a
So what,
Drone
half a ton or
is,
something, or
Yeah.
Was I still upgrading people's guns?
I think so.
If we've picked over this place, is that better spent?
Yeah, I'd go for one of those shard.
Just so you know, after you leave, you'll never be able to draw cards again to find that arm.
Here.
Here.
True.
Once
But
you
it's
find-
not like you're going to find it randomly on a ship. Oh, it's Judah's arm!
No, but it may be Rose's ship.
True. Do you know where Rose is?
No.
But we bumped into him before.
True.
He has a way of turning up.
Yeah, but I think we
Yeah,
actually
okay.
wrote him out after this on this break, so
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm
All
motivated.
right, move on to the third day. Oh, right. Let me draw for encounters. Second day is quiet. Again, Falk basically tells you every time the ship goes overhead,
Big one.
as well as if he's encountering anything in the. Ooh, nice.
1 success.
And I have 2, so that's 3.
Right on schedule, apparently.
Right on schedule. My dice are not behaving themselves today.
No.
All right.
I have a
that
12.
reduced by
I have a
2 now?
12 and
What's
an
that?
8
Reduced
and
by
a
2 now?
6.
Nope. No, it's just it's a straight difficulty of 1. The reason I accrued this extra one was
removing the
because
tank.
you're removing the tank.
2 successes.
No successes.
Okay. You're not much help here.
I know, I'm on the same boat as Kyle.
The dice not behaving.
Yeah, usually one of our pickers.
My observe is not like stellar observation. It's low.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Well,
Okay, I'm going to draw a second card by how portable this next thing is.
all right.
Okay,
That's fun.
so tell me, portable is red or black?
Black.
So black is portable. The
Uh-huh.
higher the card, the more portable it is.
All right.
Red is not portable. The higher the card, the less portable it is.
All right.
Yep, sounds good. Oh,
Ultra
Nice.
portable.
Ultra portable.
Shrink gun.
Gravity gun.
We now have a tractor beam.
No. This is a piece of art which has been left behind.
Nice.
Oh, another one.
Yes. However,
Valuable.
it's super valuable. When you look at it, it is a painting, not very big,
That's so super portable.
between some glass. And you believe it's probably hermetically sealed, right? And as you look at the back of it, it has like sort of a incredibly faded signature which reads as Gauguin?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, whoever that is. However, the inscription tells you that it is a piece of art which come from Earth. Which come from Earth. It come from Earth. English good.
Hard to speak language.
So, valuable to the right collector, but it is probably not of value to just about anybody else.
Zerko might want it.
I think Earth Arts. There's a lot. That should be hard to find someone that collects that.
Especially now after
Yeah.
everything.
It's
Add
not
it
good.
to our inventory.
Sure.
Next!
Oh,
No arms? Alright. You
Day
move on
4.
to day 4. Oh, wait, let's draw encounters.
Oh, I got rid of the high cards with my
Okay.
first thing.
2 successes.
Nice.
And 2 successes here. Let's keep going with speed.
Alright, you near completion. of
Wait,
your-
is any extras, basically any extras we make
Then can go to efficiency.
tomorrow, we need 2 successes. Any extras after that we'll
Yeah.
put to efficiency.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay.
Because that way we'll finish basically as fast as we can and just not waste any parts.
Try to, yeah.
2 successes.
Okay.
No successes.
Useless. Different dice, man.
Well, that's my problem. I've been using different dice every time. I should just be using one die instead of die.
You find
try
a
the
recharge
overly large
for, actually, a full recharge for the medical bed inside of your medical.
Oh,
Ooh.
sweet.
Nice. So we have a grand total of 6 charges for the med lab.
There you go.
Nice.
We can save ourselves if we can get back to the ship.
Yeah.
Save yourself, and if you can't save yourself, you can go into the tank.
Actually, I'm going to add that to the med lab because that's basically probably where it's going to be put.
It's actually a ton.
Oh,
Like
so
It's
rather
gonna go
large
in.
is the cargo
Physically a
bay.
ton, yeah.
I can't fit it into the med lab.
All right.
I just weld out the
So the
bulkhead.
oh, right, yeah, let's do it.
We finally get a
Oh,
must be diamond, right?
diamond.
Wow.
Ow. Ow.
All right.
At least it means the encounter is
Profitable?
yes.
Possibly.
We're fighting someone with my arm? Gotcha.
That would be cruel and unusual punishment.
Oh, if we kill one, we get to keep the arm.
Yep.
Exactly. And there's 8 of us.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. You are. You guys have actually returned to the ship after a day of either fixing or scavenging. Your suits are recharging and are mostly done because it doesn't take that long. When you hear Stosh come across the radio, there's something you should probably look at.
Okay.
Are we there?
Outside or roof?
Yeah, we're at the ship.
Well, they're outside, so...
Suit up. Come out.
Yeah.
No.
All right. You head outside. As you do so,
With guns.
with guns, you are... Stosh has his over-under
Yep.
gun. He's watching a large drone, you would guess maybe 3 to 4 tons, disassembling the plating of Rose's facility.
Oh,
He's like it's actually got the lasers, it's cutting out pieces, takes the plate. Another drone kind of comes along and grabs it.
Is
Any
not like
markings
the-
on the drone?
What's that?
Any markings on the drone?
No, it would appear to be recently manufactured from several different parts.
Ooh. Huh.
Makes sense with the scavengers left
Yeah.
here, and it's so they
Anyone
can
that's
get
a-
up here
Yeah.
versus the suits, right?
Huh. But is there something special about like the plating here, or is this just part of
plating does
Rose's
seem to be the
adventure
lowest
or
value.
something?
So bear in mind that the materials that he made his facility out of
Oh,
are,
very fancy.
well, not necessarily fancy or expensive, but some of the more resilient materials
Yeah.
probably anywhere on the planet.
Right.
Like they're equivalent to your starship hull.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. He says, I think perhaps it might disassemble the support structure for the landing pad here in the next few hours.
Everybody help on fixing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fatigue roll, but
Could take out the drone, perhaps even capture them.
Well, just one drone, or
no, at
No,
least
there's a
2.
fleet of
two?
them.
Oh, okay.
They, if they're remotely piloted, or even if they're autonomous, Folk may be able to help with some means of maybe
Jamming them?
suborning them.
Okay.
Or suborn them.
Or yeah, we can just try to get
Oh,
out
he
of here fast
definitely
and leave
wanna
them
do
to
that.
picking.
I guess it could be that they're just being run remotely. Like if they've been cobbled back together, it could just be like a drone piloted by somebody from somewhere.
Could we try to
before.
jam them, Falk, or...
The other thing is, even if we're going to say we're done picking over Rose's place and we're going to bail, the people that are running the drones are also the people that might find something at Rose's place that was left behind, like an arm. So contacting them might still be...
So I'm just going to pause right here. The drone, which is quite adequately pulling apart Rose's facility, would probably do a pretty fantastic job on your ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's my assumption too.
Mm.
I'm also assuming though that it's not very smart, so we might be able to.
Well, it depends. Like if it's being piloted by somebody, there's that.
then
In
they
which
back
case,
into
if it
jamming.
saw us, it might just run off.
So if it's being remotely piloted and we jam it and has no autonomous functionality, that could be its Achilles heel.
How
Yeah.
about just double time fix with everybody helping? Because we only need 2 more successes, right?
Well, what we're sort of
Yes.
talking about, there's a possibility
That's
of
gonna
us
take another day of
retrieving the drone for our own purposes.
Absolutely. I'd like the ship to not fall off the landing platform, though, in the meantime.
Yeah, but I mean, we can stop them through force or other.
You want I should shoot?
How would a gun do against 4 tons?
Well, he obviously has control surfaces. I just
We also have the
find
ship
weakness
guns.
points.
We do have the lasers.
That would probably
These
be a
are
bit
also
more.
these aren't combat drones or anything. They're like utility.
I'm just thinking that if we provoke whoever's driving it, we will suddenly have a bunch of these drones going after our ship.
Potentially.
Maybe.
And they just very handily took off some very
But everybody's
plating.
like living by like a thread here. If
This
anything,
might be
like
their two
keeping
drones.
their
If
resources
you would
like
like
the
to shoot or capture the drone, if Falk would like to play with it, I'm going to help him fix the ship.
Yeah. Well, I'd be behind Falk capturing.
Yeah, Falk, see if you can jam them. And everyone else, let's get the ship ready to dust off.
Okay.
Your plan A, plan B.
So, Falk says, I'm not picking up any radio telemetry. It might be laser guided, but I wouldn't be able to detect that. There are a variety of parts to it that could theoretically be transmitters, but I couldn't jam it if it was laser.
No.
We have a sand thing.
Yeah, we're thin atmosphere up here, so we can't really make any... Well, I guess, yeah, sandblast them, scour off any
Can we make a bunch of smoke?
receivers. Well, that's what I was thinking,
5E.
smoke to disrupt the laser, but we're in thin atmosphere.
That's your gadgets. You get to play with the drone. We're dealing with the ship.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can like pump a bunch of exhaust out of it,
No.
something. No, it's not.
Combustion.
This is not an internal combustion drive.
We have a lot of different like chemicals on board.
Because you're right, smoke, particulate.
Let's
stuff.
double clutch that starship in his face.
Yeah, okay, so let's...
Just wearing my number 3 hat backwards, okay? Double fisted
I
my
think we've
butt.
effectively split into two teams. Team A is fixing the ship as fast as they can. Team B is trying to slow down the drones somehow. But yeah, dust or something like that. We don't really need much atmosphere. Or any, technically. So
Yeah,
even though the atmosphere is thin...
So the gravitic lifters appear to be a pair of cobbled together air rafts.
Yeah.
Like, taken from the air raft. The actual cutting unit itself appears to be maybe an old starship repair unit or salvage unit. You're not exactly sure which. There is another module attached to it. Its function of which you're not exactly sure what it is. Falk looks at it and goes, looks like something you'd build.
Yeah, I know.
Get back to work, Spivey. Stop visiting.
That is something I jury rig up.
So, if there's one thing we know about Spivey's jury rigging,
It
it's
works.
exceptionally fragile.
That's only because it's going up against me. To be fair, I'm sure it lasts perfectly fine against
Judah,
a
can
normal.
you try to fly the drone?
You know she doesn't have the good arm to hold on with.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
So
good
yeah,
enough.
let's try disrupting it by generating some sort of dust or something like that.
Yeah, there's
That-
probably like a smoke grenade in the locker.
Yes, I do have smoke grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the idea here would be you would disrupt it by producing smoke, which would
Block a
what?
laser.
Ah, I gotcha. Okay.
And or any other sensors.
So you're
it
looking
has.
for an anti-laser aerosol. Is what you're looking
Yeah.
for. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And or if it is autonomous but visual, that might also have a secondary effect of slowing it down.
Yeah.
Has anyone actually looked out with like binoculars to go? Is there someone looking?
No, they
at
keep
us?
moving. Hold still.
Look, the
Yeah.
person steering the drone.
Yeah,
you
that's
would
true.
okay. So if somebody is remotely piloting it, the presence of your starship is probably a more dense
Yes.
amount of the compounds they're looking for than from
So
the
they've
tower.
kind of just been sent up here to do their business, and nobody was thinking, "Well, it'll be a starship with a bunch of like mercenary
Yeah.
scavengers."
Yeah, I'm thinking we're not dealing
However,
with something.
your starship could quickly become a trove of materials for the vehicle should it detect your presence.
Yeah. Well, we don't have any EMP grenades left. We used those
No,
all
we
up.
used them
I
all.
haven't had time to manufacture. them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't had a
The
chance.
shipboard weapons would probably disassemble these things quickly.
Oh, well, I
Absolutely.
mean, we could tell Stosh to go to town. He'd have
Yeah.
a blast, literally.
Yes. Does
Practice your
Lita,
targets,
yeah,
Brian.
Stosh and Lita, they want to be Team C, man the shipboard weapons. If things go haywire, blow the drones out of the sky.
I think they want to actually just pew pew, like pull the like finger trigger.
Well, they
They
might
could
want
just
to,
take
but they
pot
might
shots
want to
at
shoot
it.
it with bigger guns even more.
Yeah.
Are they down with that?
Well, I mean,
That's-
I think the idea of salvaging them
Okay.
is good. But I don't know, like, I mean, it's kind of your bag, so.
Yeah, I could probably pull spares off them if need be, but
Well, spare, like, if you had some sort of thing you could set about a task. You could maybe
I'd be
receive
happy,
an extra
yeah.
dice here and there. Like that's handy business.
Imagine Marvin in a salvage drone.
Oh.
Without
The things he will take apart and line up in size
Yeah, I
order.
know.
The ghost of Crane wants to
And there
return to
goes a Star
Gamora
Destroyer.
Hub for Marvin's next party.
Well, except these things are probably just purely parallel processors and serial processor. Like
You
they'd
have
just be-
a bag of processors, though.
We can't.
We can
No, I'm not
upgrade.
saying we want these processors. I'm saying they don't have the sentience of Marvin that would get us into trouble so much. Like you can
No,
send them
no,
to the
in this
task
thing,
and kind of
probably
get a
not,
straight bonus kind
No.
of deal.
But we can
Marvin's Marvin, in fairness, Marvin was probably worth the same amount as the Merrily.
Yeah, if not more, probably. I mean,
What?
Well, he was
We've
worth a few
never
death
saw Marvin.
sentences too.
He's a sentient creature. I wonder how Jaeger's
Slave.
gonna feel when Marvin shows up again.
Tech rolls.
Okay, so we are committing. You guys are going to attempt to fix the ship.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
We're
you
gonna buy
guys
them time.
Are going to buy some trouble.
Buy some
Yes.
trouble. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. Let's make the tech rolls. No, your tech rolls will come at the end of the day.
Oh.
We could use maybe shape charges to destroy.
We don't have ship charges.
We could. Small arms probably not bring down, but we could vaporize with ship weapons. But whoever sent could maybe be upset.
Could be.
Fuck them though, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're not going to be around long enough to care what their opinions on us are. As long as it's not Lex and what's his name?
Yeah.
Well, if it is them,
Drone 6 is offline.
if it is them,
Send
as long as
three
they don't
squads.
find out that was us that destroyed their drone.
here's the last video from the camera.
Oh, these guys! They're killing me!
Yeah, watching Belax is
Okay, I'll
screwed.
shoot. No problem.
Hold on. Let's try blinding him. Or
Yeah.
do we figure out a way to blind him?
Well, no, I think what we've inferred is that they'd start taking apart our ship, or they wouldn't be here if they were piloted by humans, because
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to lose your nice equipment to the likes of us, or, oh, look at all this awesome plating on this sweet ship. We're just going to
I'm
slice
assuming
it
they're
off
pretty
and put it in
dumb
the
and they're
pile.
following a program.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
building was here when the program was laid in.
Yeah.
So anything that just slows them down will buy these guys time.
Or you just blow them out of the air and
We could just let them keep cutting.
Well, up until the point where things are going to fall
It's the
apart.
whole
or
thing. The
stability
whole
of the ship's
cutting
there.
underneath our landing platform.
But are
is
they
the issue.
on that part of it yet?
They seem to be cutting sort of at random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it will cut up away a piece of plate, takes that plate, sort of sends it away, and then it moves across and cuts at a support beam, almost as if it has a shopping list of things that is necessary.
Selective logging.
Yeah.
selective salvage.
I mean,
So let's
if we
not.
don't slow it down, it's just a matter of luck. If we do slow it down, we have to be less lucky, just skewing the odds versus blowing it out of the sky.
Just slow it down.
Yeah, just slow it down. If we're above it or able to get above it, you want to just dump a bucket of
Have fun skating, buddy.
dust or sand on them?
Yeah, I mean, like, we could...
So
Sand-
you're on the
we could-
platform,
we could-
and it's sort of above you, cutting
The
facility apart.
sandcaster is on the bottom turret. Remember that.
Yeah.
No, I was actually thinking more along the lines of, like, as an infiltrator, I have things to block cameras. Like, can we just, like, stealth up to it and just,
Yeah,
like,
spray bomb it with
blind
a-
it?
Yeah, the space equivalent of a spray
Yeah.
can.
Be like a
Yeah.
water balloon full of paint into the
Yeah.
That
face.
is Camino!
Well, it needs to be purple paint, not black paint. You know.
Yes, exactly sort of what I'm thinking of. It's sort of the low tech, low rent, low power way, and then if it escalates, Stosh can use the ship lasers too.
Yeah. Yeah, so how about
Slow it
I just
down,
try and
terminal
sneak
it.
up to it and
Yeah.
disable it temporarily. So it's like,
Yeah.
what are they going to do? Send a technician to clean it off? Okay.
I'm
that was
assuming in this day and
inconvenient.
age,
we didn't
low
like wreck their last
atmosphere
refuge of
spray paint or fixative or something is not that unusual.
I'm going to say an adhesive would probably be about the
Yeah,
best you
adhesive.
could do.
Yeah,
right. Yep.
Okay.
sure.
have touch
Spray
up
on
paint.
adhesive.
3M 5200.
4M.
4M. Yeah, 4M.
4M spray on adhesive.
22M.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a yeah.
All right.
Few iterations.
Yeah, so you have a variety of adhesives that you use around the ship, a lot used for emergency repairs, etc. I'm really curious how you're planning on fixing. So this thing actually sort of hovers with a move roll, you could actually jump and attach yourself to it, looking for the actual sensor unit.
That sounds pretty badass. Technically, I have moved. And now that Craig suggested it, I want to do it. I don't know if my stats support it though. I'm willing to give it a shot. I think this sounds like the best plan.
I've got a lot of move.
There's 2 of them though, right? And do we have 2 cannons?
No, there's one big cutter, and then there's like a fleet of smaller drones would carry away the pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We could do some acrobatics, like throw like aerosol adhesive, and then
Do you have
like
the strength to launch them?
Oh yeah, that's right. So the that's pretty badass too. Oh, man. They both seem so tempting. Definitely, yes. I like both of these plans.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you want me to throw the cannon?
I'm going to generate a difficulty. Who's doing it? I don't
Who's doing
really-
what?
So are we doing the cowboy ride this thing, or are we doing the skeet shoot?
I don't know. I haven't had like a lot of success with the shotgun in a while. I think I want to use the shotgun to redeem its usefulness. I think like it's the right tool for this.
Because
job.
if you suggest riding the thing, I'm
because it
totally
won't
volunteering.
Well, the thing is, I don't think the shotgun will damage it that much, but it'll like it's easy to hit. You know, a can of something out of the air
Yeah.
with it. It's the right.
Yeah,
it's
I'm just
the
going
right
to be
tool for
tossing it.
this
You
job.
hit it around. I toss it underneath the thing. You hit it
Yeah,
around the
we'll have to
apex.
stealth up to it, I assume, to some degree.
I think it's
and then-
ignoring us. We're standing here talking about it.
Very,
Or-
very quiet.
Hunting scavenger drones.
I'm pretty sure this thing's completely been ignoring us while we've been standing here 20 feet away. And going,
Whoa, look at that thing. Oh, what's it cutting now? Oh!
I'm going to go over and look. Oh, look at it ignore me some more.
I don't
So-
think you need to sneak.
A carrier drone.
Yeah. So I'll get a couple cans of adhesive and I'll sort of lob it up so the apex is about the thing. And then he shoots it. Sound right?
All right, so that will definitely be a force manipulate. Manipulate is talking.
Sorry,
Okay,
I had to read
here you go, little can.
Sorry.
I don't have
Go for it.
force.
Roll it.
I don't have force. So sad.
Strength.
Oh, my worst stat. This is suddenly
It
turning out to
should
be
be
a
like-
bad
Make an
plan.
argument for move then?
Agility is what I was thinking.
Agility is movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like throwing something. That's kind of like.
I don't know. There is actually like thrown weapons, like grenades and stuff. I don't know what they key off.
That would be force.
Thank you, of
probably.
course.
No.
No?
Thrown weapons actually key off of
Ranged.
ranged combat, yeah. Yeah, let's
Which
do
is
ranged.
agility.
I have
agility
range.
and range combat.
So agility and range?
Yep.
We're going to stick with strength and ranged.
Ah.
Do you want me to do the shooting, or-
It's not really about precision, right? It's about hauling this thing off and throwing it. Because it's quite a distance you have to throw it.
Okay.
I don't know. It's an accuracy thing though. He's got to get it close enough to the face so that I can shoot.
All right,
it
make your
into the-
agility roll.
Okay.
Okay, so here's your difficulty.
All right.
2.
Ouch. 2. That's a 9.
Nice.
Got there.
Okay,
Now
Okay.
he's got to make a ranged combat.
so you'll make a range combat roll. I'm going to say the flat difficulty is 2 for range plus 1 for the size of the thing that you're shooting.
Okay.
You've got bits to spend, so.
You do use shotguns in skeet.
This is not a shotgun or skeet.
Yeah, I know.
This is improvised.
So
Skeet
you will
shooting.
take your agility plus range combat
Yeah.
plus the bonus dice for your gun.
All right. Which is D6. How handy is that?
D8
How
would
handy
have
is
been
it?
One. 1 D6 worth to have handy.
Oh, does he also get a D10 for crit?
No, there's no hit locations. So that is 1 success.
One success.
So you can spend
Ouch.
a
I'd
thing
spend a
to
thing.
roll
No.
failures.
So
or-
that's one. That's single one so far.
Yep.
Or that was on your gun though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So talk about that in a moment.
maybe
like the
repair.
What are you
Shotgun
risking?
anyways.
What are you risking?
Empathy. Yeah, I'll get pissed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all
Do
do.
it.
We all have anger issues.
Nothing.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. All right.
You
Right.
are now angry.
And you missed.
So you missed. And on top of missing, your the reason you missed, I'm going to rule, is because your railgun's out of alignment. Okay.
Oh.
So it actually throws the rails. There's like this spin on it, which is really bad in this light gravity.
Okay.
And you can actually see the rounds kind of spin away.
Okay.
Got some English on it.
It's not supposed to have any English on it.
So until it's repaired,
English.
your shard gun's dice will be temporarily reduced to D4.
Okay.
Okay. And you miss. The can. Now it takes a while. Like the arc takes a while, right?
Yeah.
In low gravity.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, at least we still have a can of spray on adhesive. For some reason.
All right. And he throws away the last of your adhesive.
You said we had lots.
Enough to produce a charge big enough to...
Ah, I see.
You're like, oh, we'll just stop by the spaceport and...
Well, we won't be stopping by
Probably
the
should have
spaceport.
duct taped them around like a grenade or something.
Yeah. I thought it was a great plan.
Yeah, that actually would have.
Stash on standby. Ready them guns.
Do I shoot now?
Has it reacted to that encounter at all?
No. It continues cutting.
I say leave it for a bit unless it looks like it's starting to get close to supports.
All right.
We can still let it ride a bit.
So, after attempting to... What we do... So we draw cards. When we get pairs, it attacks something valuable. So, card number 1.
Tech rolls yet?
You're just leaving it?
You gonna try again? Gonna
I
do
guess
something else? You gonna do your
I
launch
can't
and ride
think
him cowboy?
Well, when am I going to ride it? I do kind of want to do that. Can we get rig up another unit or something?
Was our last can of
We
adhesive?
could literally just bag it, probably. Like if we just put a bag over its
take our tarp
optical
that
sensor
we
or
use,
whatever and just like
Get some like flour and water.
Or one of my
galley.
many scarves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the most colorful one.
I have an eye sensor.
Judah, this is your
Judah will
wheelhouse.
never
Come on.
notice this scarf missing.
Throw me up there.
Yeah, sure. I'm willing to try that.
All right.
You might say it's a bad idea, but
I think you may be rolling in a character.
All right. So you take a few strides and leap towards the thing.
yeah.
Okay. Go.
Well, also,
In low gravity.
if I can also go up on the structure a bit, so I can drop down on it or get a
Sure.
better angle, I'll
Yeah,
I'll
do a
trade a little bit
little
of time
parkour.
for a better chance of landing on the thing.
2d6 is the difficulty.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
What am I rolling? I'm assuming move plus agility.
Yes.
Is that a correct assumption?
Yes.
All right. If I wear like fancy shoes, can I get a bonus dice?
Do you have fancy shoes?
No, but I can borrow some.
Mine won't
it-
fit.
Actually, your ship would have magnetic grapples for moving
Yes.
around in zero gravity.
Yes, that might increase my ability to
So
actually.
you can add a d6.
Okay. All right.
Cipriani airs.
Cipriani airs. Oh yeah, Cipriani airs. So it's. Can I max this out?
Yay.
Is there any point to maxing out? Well, of course, there's a point to exploding the dice.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
So this 6 rolls up to a 7, whatever, and this 10 rolls up to an 18.
Oh.
Cipriani airs, man.
So that's like 5 successes.
So
Wow,
yeah.
that was like a
Versus
lot
2.
of opposition.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because I only rolled up to 7, not 8.
How many successes?
5.
Yeah,
Five.
only 5.
There's 2. 3. All right.
All right.
I come back to the ship.
I told you it was a great
I'm like,
plan.
you should have seen that.
Over the radio. Well, I mean, Stosh, I told you guys this is a good plan. As I stick the landing on the grappling hook.
I'm
He
just
jumped
picturing,
into
I'm
a
picturing
gainer
a Doctor
and then-
Strangelove scene.
Oh yeah,
So am I.
yeah.
All right.
Doctor Strange of Dr. Yager. Same.
So you don't have any more adhesives, so you use solvent instead. You jump onto the vehicle and finding what appears to be a visual or an optics aperture, you spray it with a caustic substance.
Okay.
This causes the glass to go cloudy, and we'll determine what happens in a moment. Go ahead and make your tech rolls. As the GM thinks about it,
What are the chances that?
1.
3.
There we go.
Nice.
So now we can reduce.
So we only used 1.8 tons of
Each
spares.
success reduces it by 0.2.
This
Yeah.
is exactly what he
6.
said. What?
At
Got-
what point?
you only
You
need
got
2 to
3?
finish.
Oh, I needed you to finish. So yeah,
Nice.
put 1.6.
All right.
Come on, math it all.
That process, since it did not speed it up, will have taken 8 hours. I'm going to lose 1d6 cards. So, jeez. So I get to draw 2 more. Card number 1. Card number 2. Okay. The vehicle, it actually ceases to move, and it drops down. It actually retracts its more delicate appendages, probably so that it doesn't damage them while it's trying to sort out exactly what is technically wrong. You take a moment to drop in the low gravity back down to the deck plates.
Yes, and I'll
Agility
use
plus
the
move,
Oh, yeah, I'll use the magnetic grapple again if I could.
because that'll make you go faster.
Well, no, if I'm near the edge, it'll stay on the right side of the edge.
Oh!
Well, I can also use it to swing, perhaps, from this thing. Which would be
Okay,
pretty
so these
epic.
are grapples like
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Spider-Man grapples.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, should I explode those for no particular reason?
For an amazing landing. To
Yeah,
stick-
you're
Yeah, sure, why not? I can get mine points back later.
Yeah, it does the
6 doesn't do it. 12, though, does get me up to...
4
3.
successes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Acrobatics.
That's your thing.
I didn't know it was my thing, but apparently my dice believe it is.
You do land with a hoo-ah!
Or something.
Wow. Okay. That encounter did not go how I expected it to.
So you're right for not giving me my arm.
That was 2...
You
You
don't
might
know
think I
another
just
joke?
wasted 2. No, you might think I wasted 2 mind points.
No.
You always spend them funny.
That was the best bet mind points in this campaign
So
so
you
far.
you jump down.
Yeah.
As you do so, you land. After you land, you... No!
Give me a second. That's what I get for putting papers on the...
So what happens is this unit retracts all of his physical things, and then it looks like it's going through some sort of mechanical process, as if trying to sort out exactly what's happened. It suddenly then rises up and then races away.
Yeah.
It is replaced by another drone, similarly cobbled together, although this one's a little bit smaller, which continues its work. That work, however, you've slowed the progress of these drones,
Okay.
but not stopped it.
That's fine.
Okay.
It bought us some time.
Oh, a second drone. Should I shoot now?
Didn't buy any time.
Oh, yeah. How much time did it buy us? 0, like the second drone on station in like minutes or?
No, it takes a couple of hours for
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Bought us a couple hours. And the second drone is smaller, so it's probably working a bit slower.
Yeah, which is why I only drew 3 cards instead
Yeah.
of 1 per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If they're just about done, I say nah.
The day ends. You recover some of the parts that you used. You were able to remanufacture some of the parts that you took out and put them back in, thus reducing your parts count. You now find yourselves with the ship ready to go and your landing pad being methodically cut apart by
Let's go.
a drone unit. Okay, 5 days have passed. Can you cross off 40 days worth of life support?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that put you?
Mm.
Do we need to get food?
'Cause I had this...
I told you to take a total number, but no.
I still have the total number, but
You wouldn't listen to me.
Was that 19.5 out of...
No, that was 39.5 out of 50 days.
And we just used 40?
We just use
40
That-
man days.
that was 50 days with 6 people.
Oh, so and now we've got extra people.
People.
Should
So
be 300.
well, no, yeah, well, it's 300 is our total hold. I had Give me a second to recalculate. Yes, I know I should have, but I do what I do because it worked for me easier. But
Until you add more people on the crew.
yeah.
Coffee.
Time for coffee.
It's only a little bit left. Right.
Oh, I should probably make some more then. Hey, will anybody drink more coffee?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm going
It's
to night
daytime.
shift.
All right. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to pause it there. We're going to make some more coffee, allow a calculation to occur,
Yes.
and we will join you back again in a few minutes for all of you thousands who are watching us. Hi, Dale. And, yeah. Hello, we're back. After watching some disgusting YouTube videos and making coffee. We are... Right, so your ship was now prepared to depart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, or relocate, I guess, to the Hauser Trench, I believe.
Yes.
All right.
I believe that is where our next stop is for the next part of Marvin.
Right. Okay. In heading to the Hauser Trench is one of the more remote locations on Caprice in Gamora, period. It is a place where many of the more, how do you say, the sidecar research projects took place.
Yeah.
Mutant freaks running loose in the trench.
Okay.
Just gas them.
Yep.
This is actually relatively anticlimactic. You guys arrive at the Hauser Trench. It is relatively easy to find EWA R&D. It is a facility. It's now powered down. Augmented reality signs are still, like, you can still see the physical signs. It requires about a day or so to go inside, attach the fusion reactor, power up their hubs, and basically retrieve the third part of Marvin's personality. There is a fairly large air car port here where you can park the starship. The only thing I'm going to do is draw a card for random encounters, but the actual process itself is actually quite straightforward.
All right.
Not every place you go has something happening.
Actually, I think the majority of places on Caprice have nothing happen currently.
Yes. Apart from the dead bodies and everything else, everybody who is not Falk will manage to spend a day recovering, so therefore you can get 2 mind points back.
Hooray!
And so that leaves you at day 136 after the fall. Having... Whoa.
Paladin locks. Look, there's
No, it's just...
yeah.
Every time he touches the mouse pad, it's like, what? Oh, new window.
Actually, I shouldn't do that because I actually have the trackpad.
These holiday pictures? What? Is that physically possible? Yeah, so you find yourselves, day 36, Falk has now retrieved all of the components which make up Marvin's personality. He now needs to spend some time reintegrating them. However, he said he'll do that while you're in spin. Cool.
Okay.
All
So
right.
now we need to head towards the coordinates on the surface to pick up Zerko's
Zerko's stash.
stash, and then we're done with this planet.
Yeah.
For good?
Well, I'd like to pass off the deal with
Reese,
Reese with someone else. That coming back to Caprice is not high on my list. Hey guys, can you get someone else to take 40 tons of food here and pick up some manufacturing stuff?
All right. The destination, the coordinates that you have for the surface are quite some distance from the trench, near the old main starport itself. There's a monorail system that headed this way. For really large lifters, like, Mercator food transports, etc., for example, so they didn't have to land in the trench and cause catastrophic damage in case of system failure.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hey, that wasn't our fault.
No,
As far as we know.
it was actually a random card.
Nobody would have been selecting encounter cards if we weren't there.
That's true. So still are.
No, not true. If you
I did-
recall, during Travel and News Service, I was drawing random cards for the planets.
Right. Yeah.
Because I remember having this exact same discussion with Craig. It's like, so did we indirectly do it? Yeah, but we do.
But maybe more encounter cards got selected for that planet.
If you
while
guys
we
were not
there.
playing this game, I would have not drawn encounter cards,
Yeah.
and nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
That's about the only way that
All
we're
our
affected.
fault.
But it was like a planetary.
It's a whole if
event.
the tree fell in the forest, no one's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Did it make noise?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. If a planet died in a role-playing game, but no one was playing the game, did it technically die?
Yes.
If you were drawing cards ahead of time to set up the world before we got there, yes.
It sounds like a Higgs boson problem.
Or Schrodinger.
Philosophy question for the internet.
All right.
Let's not.
When you go to the IRS, check the location. This location is relatively remote on the actual for the actual starport itself. There does not appear to be any manufactured facilities at the location given to you by the exact coordinates of this meaning that
It's underground.
perhaps, yeah. So how do you wish to approach it?
Well,
So we have some advanced scanners, right? Do we want to give it a flyover and a thorough scan?
Catch a
We're not too
signature off
concerned.
something.
Yeah, because we're not too concerned about.
The big ships knows who we are. We're
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
out of there where they're roaming around. So
No, they're in orbit, but I mean, if we time it for our flyover, anyways, as long as we're not expecting active opposition, I see no disadvantage to flying over and scanning this thing as well as we can, because there might be some entrance nearby,
yeah.
and the best way to find that seems to be.
Were we not just given the information? Given that we're here to retrieve it, he'd probably want to make
Yeah,
it.
but it had been relocated. Remember? And then he found the coordinates. Okay,
Was it
If-
relocated, or
remember-
this is just where...
No, it was relocated.
It was relocated.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, Zirkle was a billionaire. He did
Yeah.
not track every individual piece.
he had
Right,
people.
okay. Yeah, okay.
And
yeah.
we
But
found
the people
the-
were probably long gone, so...
Yeah, and
Yeah,
his
but you found the records that said that it had been transferred to a waypoint.
I gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were doing the Gamora hub, we found reference to it. So his people on this planet had relocated
Yeah.
it to a waypoint here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been looted by someone else. Maybe it's underground. But if it is underground, there's going to be some sort of access nearby.
Let's fly over and give it a scan. And
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to make a quick roll for your buddy and mine, Harlan Falk.
Yes.
Okay. You cruise the spot. There is no piloting roll necessary. The ship now actually responds to your...
It works again.
Yes.
About time. What took you so long?
And as you...
the fridge took out half the thruster bank. What do you expect?
Wasn't my fault.
Are you planning on flying Nap of the Earth, which will keep you from radar? Are you planning on just doing a skip? Like, how do you want to approach?
Other than the two things in orbit, I don't think there's anything we're too concerned
Well,
about.
we didn't think about that either before we got hit by a fridge.
True.
I leave it up to the pilot.
I like Nap of the Earth.
All right. So Nap of the Earth, like close enough that there's dust coming from behind you?
A little higher.
It
than
is
that.
Okay. All right. Caprice, if you recall, is relatively devoid of any type of geological what do you call them? Features. There are some mountain ranges and there's some small ridges, but beyond that, there's very little that actually sort of denotes interest in the field. So, except for your coordinates, you're kind of flying across a relatively featureless surface. You do see the wreckage of Vega Starport, and as you do so, Falk tells you, I'm getting some high radioactivity signatures from the starport. Looks like failed containment on something, but don't know what.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot if we have to land anywhere nearby. Your coordinates put you about 12 to 15 clicks from those coordinates. Even here, as you are sort of flying by, or as you're approaching, Falk tells you, yeah, there's still some radioactivity. We're going to want to limit our outside time to less than an hour at a time.
So
That's we're underground.
Dr. Yeager's unaware of this, but as I recall as a player, the Caprice Corporation a lot of their guys were relocating to Vegas Starport. And it was like, yeah. So
Because when we were out over here somewhere after the EMP decided to drop us into a tunnel, well...
So if there's any group that would have equipment that would allow them to survive in a radiation-rich environment...
Not that radiation-rich.
So we're going to pause here for a moment. Bear in mind, if you're looking at some sort of containment failure, it would not be... the fusion reactor doesn't cause radiation fields.
No.
Yeah.
When it shuts down, it crashes, basically turn off the fuel, the chain reaction stops, especially in a place where there's 0 to no atmosphere. There's very little
This
atmosphere
is
for
something
actually
else
react.
got dropped there, or something else broke containment.
Right. And so you're most likely looking at some sort of cargo that broke containment when power went off, or some sort of weapon impact. In which case, if it's either of those two things, it's unlikely that anybody there would have the time to react to actually survive.
Okay.
Yeah. Vega is a dead zone.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just saying we don't want to be 12 kilometers
just
away
don't want to join
outside
them.
for very long.
Correct.
Our suit's
The
shielding
important
is
part
only
for
so
you
much.
guys is you are going to be near it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're not
as
salvaging Vegas Starport. That's what we're here.
you're cruising about 100 kilometers, about 100 meters above the surface, close enough that you can see all the features quite clearly. And so when you buzz over the location, you come across a ridge, and you see what looks to be a gigantic metal plate on the ground, as well as some piping, which looks to be some sort of containment unit for a subterranean facility.
Like a roof or a landing pad?
It is not a... No, it looks to be a door.
Yeah, so you drop somebody out, we open the door, you get in.
Okay.
Big enough for the ship to go in?
No. There is... however, more importantly, there are a trio of vehicles actually nearby, as well as a makeshift crane. The door seems to be open, and they are, as you race overhead, you take some images, and it shows them apparently winching stuff out of the hole.
Oh.
Ooh, arrived just in time. Do you want to use some of our shipboard weapons to slow them down?
Do we assume that it's Zerko's people or not?
It's probably Zerko's people,
We don't know that, though.
but we don't know that.
Why would it be Zerko's people?
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that know about it?
No, it could. This doesn't even know that. Doesn't even have the crate. It might not even be the crates that Circle wants. This could be a drop point for who knows how many.
Yep.
White or black or gray market.
So do we just have like a list of crates that we're after or something?
Well, yeah, so there are apparently 4 storage containers, about 12.5 tons each, which will make up your cargo.
All right.
So let's land, find out what these guys are pulling out, and
Is there any radio that we can hail them on?
Okay.
Speaker, put your hands up.
So there is no gravity. There's no, what do you call it outside? There's no
Atmosphere to carry sound.
right.
yeah.
So you stop and hover over them. Is that what I'm understanding?
Park a little away.
Even if this was Zerko's people, they...
Wouldn't believe us necessarily.
Well, even if they did, hey, we're going to take the stuff that your boss actually values and leave you behind. Or B, we're going to take the stuff your boss actually values and we'll bring you with you even though our food is running low on the ship.
Well, yeah.
And so I don't see, even if they're people that we... Yeah.
You're a doctor. Do no harm.
That is correct. Which is why I think we should communicate with them. But as a player, I'll point out...
We're leaving them behind. Okay.
Well, not necessarily. We could probably bring some of them with us. If they were friendly.
So like greenest people. Yeah.
Yeah. And we still have those people that are on ice that I have to thaw, and they're probably getting progressively more freezer burn.
And they're probably
Take
past
our oath
freezer
of
burn by
hypocrisy
now.
before
They're
doing these
already
human
past.
experiments.
Oath of hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy, specifically hypocrisy. Well, before we do these human experiments.
So, but yes,
As compared to a Hippocratic.
Yes,
oath.
yes, I know.
How
I
many
said
people did there seem to be?
I did not mince my words.
From the images that you took flying overhead, there appear to be, you could see 4 figures, which light up as infrared. However, there's one fairly large vehicle, as well as a couple of these spider cars.
Yeah, that'd be more.
we just got the ship fixed. Fix it
There
again.
does not appear to be any weapons which might be capable of harming your starship.
Oh, we could always
Not
park,
obvious.
Yeah, always park over them and
It might just be
see what
like
they do.
intimidate roll from the ship.
So Stosh is like, Oh, look, is it people to kill?
Yep.
Squish them like ant bugs.
This is our stuff.
In there.
Maybe.
Well, they might not. Some of our stuff should be in there. Whether or not it's all that's in there, we don't know.
He's like, it's all our stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree with them.
Like, we don't have to kill them all, but we just have to let us have first pick of everything in there.
Yeah.
Until we fill up the hold.
Hey,
Yeah.
Captain, you gonna talk him on radio?
Sure, I'll try hailing him on the radio. I will probably be much softer in negotiations, though.
Well, you do realize who you're rolling with, so you might want to, like,
Yeah, I know.
impart some of the danger involved
I know.
to them. If they want to save their skins and run off, that's
Boy, I can
fine.
honestly
Nobody's got a
say
problem.
it's better for you to make this deal.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so as you swing the ship around, Falk says, "Oh, I'm picking up radio chatter. Seems to be at least lightly encrypted. Won't be able to break it too quickly."
Well, it gives us an idea of which frequencies to hail them on, and they're probably aware of us since we just flew overhead.
At 1,000 meters.
100
meters.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they probably...
There's a thin atmosphere, but they heard you.
Oh yeah.
They felt.
Yeah. Guys drink this coffee.
Yeah.
Maverick!
So yeah, I'll radio them. Hey, you guys there in the hole? We're here to make a pickup.
Anglic?
Sure.
Okay.
Actually,
Your native is Mandarin.
Mandanese, yeah.
Mandanese.
Patois, I'm thinking. What would be the most common language for the mercenaries on Kusari? Is it
Kusari?
just- yeah.
Anglic or you French?
Okay, I'm going to ditch Hispanic and take French then, because I already have Anglic.
Okay.
Sorry, I haven't used that language yet, so I think that seems
Yep, sure.
non-disruptive and makes more sense. But yeah, I'm going to actually hail in Patois and Anglic.
All right. As you fly past them, you radio back. You hear language back in broken Anglic. Well, not broken, stilted Anglic, in other words, heavily accented. And it's like, hey, this is the Liberati. Move off. We claim this cargo.
They say they're the Liberati. Do they speak Patois?
More like a heavily accented. You think
Okay.
maybe the accent you hear, you think is maybe half Arabic, half.
Okay.
But we've communicated with them before, so.
How much stuff are we picking up here for...
50 tons.
all right.
We claim this in the name of the free people of Caprice.
Oh, the ghost of Crane feels sad. But Jaeger doesn't know anything about this.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot down there, and we're just here to pick up
4 specific.
4 specific containers.
Don't make us hurt you.
That goes 2 ways.
Make a manipulation roll, please.
That's going to be empathy pistol manipulate.
Get
Now, are
any
you still
sort of-
angry?
What's that?
You still
No.
angry?
He was the one who's angry.
I am angry.
Yeah. And I think he would have recovered.
No, that was
Yeah,
like a
recovered.
day ago.
Yeah.
Is there any plus for being in a starship?
That's where I was going.
Stupid shotgun.
Now it's shards of gun.
Yeah,
Actually,
small.
I'm going to say that he has reason to feel confident.
Okay.
Shit balls.
1 success. Oh.
Okay, I'm going to pass this along because that's been several zeros and a 4. And give him a shot. Make sure those are random.
So you're just as a test.
Yeah, as a test.
I think like the problem is they're so big. It's like
I
I
got
know,
like
a quarter of
that's
a
true.
rotation on it.
But
That's pretty
I'm not
successful.
like I'm shaking my hand and not looking at what
Here,
they
let me
what
touch
happened.
them.
Oh,
Can I have that last white cookie?
I don't
You
disagree.
do know that my dice run hot and cold,
Yeah,
right?
because they're bigger, especially with the D4, you could probably skew it if you wanted.
You're
That's
not
why
going to
I'm
drop
not
those
looking
monsters
when
on my
I
table, are you?
Okay.
They're random.
They're random. Okay, they're averaging out. You're averaging about. Good way to use up those bad rolls.
Get that one out of the way for
Get
Kyle.
those ones out of
So
the
that was what, 3 successes on your
Yeah, that was
manipulate?
3 successes on my dice, and I really want to explode those.
Well, you just got 2 back, so.
I did, and like, what am I saving them for? I'll get them all back and spin. Okay, so I'm gonna explode both of those.
Some of us
And
need them
I
for
gotta-
piloting and saving
Every
the crew.
time I roll after exploding, it has been 1s and 2s. 1s and 2s. So that doesn't go up anymore. That's still just a 1. Does that explode still count?
Well, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna here.
I'm making these rules up as I go. So.
There we go. Lots to throw in there. Okay, there we go.
So
3.
23 on that one. So only
5.
So
6.
5, 6. Because the other one only rolled up. It didn't
It
go
was
up.
up to 6. So that was a 1, and then that's
5.
5 successes, eh?
Over your 6, 5 if you over your 1 success or whatever.
2.
I got 1.
Pretty good.
5
Yeah, it was
and
a
a 1.
5 and a 1, yeah.
Ah. Long as I got my
When we're counting successes, if I have like a 6 and a 2, is that 2 successes?
No.
It's like
per
it's
dice.
per die. Yeah,
Per die.
Yeah, that's what
Which
I
is
thought.
why his only adds up to 23 on the D10, right?
If you had gotten 24, you would have had another success on it. But
Yeah,
I know. They're very lucky dice so far.
so far for you.
but he also had this first one.
All
was
right,
four.
all right, all right.
So they're not that lucky yet.
So we win.
That's okay. We never really wanted to shoot up the Liberati.
Well, first off,
Actually, we could
Anything,
technically we
anyways.
could offload a ton.
All right. So as you fly over, you radio back that. It's like, you don't want to mess with us. You don't want to mess with us. What say we parlay?
sounds good to me. There's lots of cargo there for both of us. And there's only 4
We only want 4 specific crates.
specific crates. We can always help each other.
So how far away do you land? How far do you want to hike across this irradiated landscape?
Not
Well,
terribly, 'cause
within
we need to
ship
be
laser
close.
range.
But no, he's right, because we don't want to spend more than an hour on the surface, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, we kind of land not far off.
I'm happy to land on their big ship, on their big vehicle, too, so they can't use it, but that's just me.
I have a map.
Okay.
This
Did not go the way that you were expecting.
not exactly.
We've softened up our approach. Yeah,
Do you want to land on the opposite side of the crane from them?
So-
or overseeing all of them?
Or we could. Is this up or down?
Down.
Over here.
Can we see if any of their vehicles have like vehicle-mounted weaponry?
They do not apparently.
Oh, okay, so it's not like we're coming up against like a space Toyota Hilux.
You can zoom in if you like. The vehicles themselves. You have actually seen one of these crawlers before.
Oh.
You actually were aboard one of these crawlers. It's about 30 meter. Sorry,
Oh, is this
it's about 10 meters long.
That's a vehicle?
No,
No.
Oh, okay.
that's
yeah.
the.
Okay, that's the crowd. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of sealed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, we were in when we went to that other facility.
The Chrysalis facility, correct.
Yeah.
Is it like
so long ago?
It's like a half-track kind of deal?
It's a 6-wheel vehicle.
Six-wheel, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a gator, okay.
Yeah.
These, by the way, let me go to the actual picture. These right here appear to be shipment crates, which have already been hauled out of the darkness. They lie open, and it would appear that their contents have at least been partially salvaged.
They're not the ones we're looking for, are
We
they?
don't know yet.
We'll get down there and we'll have to compare.
Okay, well, I'll
So
go
I'd say land
parlay.
us somewhere over here. I'd rather not be in a depression when.
Yeah, don't give them the upper hand.
Yeah.
I'll be friendly with stock.
So, if you're landed in the depression, though, you can fire your lasers. If you land,
Oh, right, for what's level.
Yeah.
I'd land somewhere just on the periphery of this where our guns could reach them if they needed to. Because if they want to take off in like any of their vehicles in a jerky fashion, we'll just light them up and
Yeah.
like it's our advantage here.
So we have,
We think.
in the top we have, what weapons do we have?
Twin lasers.
Twin lasers at the top.
yeah.
What's in the bottom?
Missiles,
Everything.
Sandcaster,
Point
PPW.
planes.
Yeah, I'm thinking lasers, because we're running short of ammo, right?
No, we've got a bunch of ammo.
What missiles do we have loaded, though? Are they ship to ship sort of thing?
Yeah,
well, I mean,
They were the-
lasers would probably be fine for this.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Lasers, general purpose,
You know, like, can,
low
like
atmosphere.
land like nose down a bit so we can like.
Although it's going to be like dusty when they take off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shorten their range, but these things are like
And yeah, so
ship range lasers. So.
if we want to keep the ship if we want to keep the lasers on them, we land in the depression. If we want to have to use the bottom stuff,
What would my knowledge of tactics tell me?
If you want to keep your laser on them, you land in the depression.
Well, my knowledge
better.
of tactics
What?
says either is a good plan, depending upon how you want to approach it. And if we're in the depression, you can load and unload via the lower thing whilst under cover, because the depression will provide you cover. I don't know if that's
There might
true,
be
but I
less
say it
radiation
is.
if we're in a dip.
You don't know. You don't know that there's any particular advantage to landing a cargo ship anywhere.
yeah,
Your
It's
ship
on
is,
the ground. It's bad enough.
like with a warship, there are they have certain vectors where their attack resiliency is higher. Your cargo ship has a resilience of 0 everywhere. So apart from which weapons can train on the targets, it's pretty much irrelevant otherwise.
Okay, so we land in the depression then.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Makes
thinking.
sense if it's cover.
Then I don't know who's the best guy to keep up there. I'm thinking Stosh and the laser.
Or Letta.
Or Letta,
and
or-
then he can come with us for pure pew pew.
Yeah.
All right. As you're
Stosh
landing,
doesn't
Falk
have a
says,
baffle on.
"I've got a ton of radio traffic. These people are talking up a storm."
Well, you guys have dealt with the Liberati before, haven't you? They have connections. They were the resistance throughout Caprice.
Well, Crane did.
Crane did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a hero amongst them, but they don't know us from Adam.
Okay. Good to know before I go talk to them. But yeah, they're probably a major organization, and if we're going to have dealings with the remnants of Caprice, staying on the good side might be valuable.
Free slaves.
Guys in the we, which really is just sorry, but
Ask them about, was it Markeo Kembe?
Akambe, yeah.
Was the free slaves like a code word, or was that just what they considered themselves?
That's what they consider themselves. They consider themselves to be corporate slaves, right?
I'm just seeing if we had any code words. So we parlayed with them under the bridge.
All right. So you land. As you do so, you can actually see the crane actually winching something up from the darkness below.
okay.
And there are 4 of these guys who are obvious as you approach. They all wear heavily shielded vac suits,
Okay.
probably capable of resisting the radiation outside.
This is why we're probably in our vac suits as well, but our
You have to be on the
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Well, or a pressure suit, right?
yeah.
I guess I'm approaching. Got someone in the turret covering me. Who else is coming with me?
No, I'd stay in the ship so we can take off, yeah? Or no, what's her name?
I'd go start I don't know. I could either be in a ship gun or I could be.
Oh,
on the
probably
ground. I'd be out on the ground.
Let's leave leader somebody in the ship gun. You come with me.
Yeah.
What, Rika for being able to take off.
All right.
That's why we
And
have
then
her,
you can
right?
cut. Yeah, and you can come with me.
Yeah.
That
Right.
and negotiating prices.
Well, that too, yeah? You want to send her instead?
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess you can come with us. This should go quickly, one way or the other.
Just make reference to
Yes.
seeing if they know Markeo, which
Yeah.
can be whatever it is.
Okay, so I'll walk across and
All right.
see who looks like they're coming to talk to me.
So all 4 of them kind of move as a gaggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're heavily armed, but your tactics tells you that they don't have much military training.
Okay.
Their weapons, by the way, appear to be homemade laser rifles.
Right.
They're cobbled together. They look to maybe be made from laser cutters with refocusers, and they have cables leading to their back to massive backpack power packs.
Okay.
What you do know is they probably hurt like the dickens if they hit you.
Probably
Yeah.
not as much as our ship-based weapons would.
No,
Actually, they're probably painless.
Those
Their
wouldn't hurt 'cause we
ship-based
wouldn't kill
weapons would
anything.
definitely kill you outright.
Oh yeah, we already know that. It's been
wouldn't
done
feel
before.
Yes.
Wouldn't feel a thing.
Right. So you approach.
Yeah.
These guys have a variety of tattoos. Now, none of you have been to the gray zones, I don't think. So
No.
you would.
Have I not been to a gray zone?
No, 'cause
Liz?
that
It was
was-
Falk
at some point
and someone out. No, we
Right.
all went the first time. We all went the first time under the bridge.
So a lot of the gray zone guys who work in the factories and are sort of corporate poor, they tattoo themselves almost as parts of clans or tribes. These guys are covered with tattoos.
All right.
Okay. Now you can see that below their masks. And you guys negotiate a radio frequency.
Yeah.
After you negotiate the radio frequency, they look at you and they say, "You won't last long in this heat in those raincoats you're wearing.
Well, they might not, but
We don't expect
Here's
on being
one
here
they'd
long.
fit me just fine.
We're just here, like I said, here to get 4 containers.
We claim this for our own.
You said the Liberati, right?
Yes, one and all. We fought the corporate men each one.
I understand the crew here has had some dealings with you in the past. They were curious about someone named Makeo Akambi. Did he survive the fall?
Y'all gotta look at each other. You're friends of Makeo?
I'm Dr. Hantoyago, sorry, but they are. There's also another fellow
Who's with you?
I thought it was Judah.
No, if you're taking Rita for...
Oh, that's right. Ari. Yeah, it was just you two, right? Then?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, because
We're gonna say Lita went with you as well because
Yeah, more
because
muscle. Yeah,
she's
we'll have
not
an equal
needed in
number of
the-
muscle-ish.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'd be 4 and 4 then. Okay.
I'll like pack a carbine.
Yeah. Yeah, and also one of their former crewmates. Crane? Wagner?
We owe a lot to Okambe, but this we can trade for food, water, electronics, and it also gives us the supplies we need to fend off these Gong Hei vultures who are here.
We've dealt a little bit with Gong Hei and some other.
Okay,
So
they kind of rattle back and forth. That obviously agitates them a little bit.
So
Because it dealt. like
Oh,
you
okay,
say.
sorry, yeah. I understand that they're here picking over the corpse of Caprice.
It's them and many other.
Their 2
factions.
ships are the ones in orbit.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Hantoyager of Kusari.
Another vulture planet.
I hope
You
not.
guys, you couldn't leave us alone.
I hope not to be that seen as a vulture.
When the corporations were in power, you take everything. And now, corporation's dead, the planet's dead. Our life support offline.
It's like
And
that.
still you come and take everything.
It's like that across the cluster. Kusari, millions, tens of millions
Well,
dead.
go take other people's stuff then. Why you come here and take ours?
this is actually well, I'm not there, but what you're taking is actually belongs to
Yeah.
somebody that we're just retrieving.
Well,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true. But
it
I
doesn't
mean,
belong to these guys.
these guys are all about redistribution of wealth.
Rates on it.
All we want is 4 specific containers for a job for someone on.
What would it take?
We don't have to tell them that.
Liberty?
Yeah, that's right. Don't worry. Exactly. But 4 specific containers.
Oh. And what do these 4 containers contain?
I don't know. Simple cargo run. But perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement.
You gonna threaten us with your guns again? We have guns too.
Yes. And like I said, millions dead. Do you really want more shooting? If it comes to that,
Maybe it's time we fight for what we want. Maybe it's time we say to off-worlders like you, go home. Go back to where you came from. Steal from your own people.
Which they already do, but that's besides the point.
Which would make a point, but who's left alive to see the point that you make? In a world of so much death, does it not make better to strive for life?
Let's just do
Together we can help each other.
I'm gonna spend one of these. Because I can. So that's...
I gotta up my...
You have a skill for this, don't you?
No, I have manipulate, and I've been saving up, and I got 14 XP, and I was thinking I get to 15 XP, I can raise my manipulate, and I just realized, but I'm rolling a D4 for manipulate. I could have raised it already.
What,
3 successes.
Yeah,
Because it's only 10 to raise it to D6.
Yep. What's your roll?
Oh. 3 successes.
Okay, not gonna open end that.
What did you get, 2?
3.
I only open end on this guy. This guy's burdened me every time I've open ended it, and I'm
Okay.
running short of pikes, so I'll take the 3 successes.
So 3 and 3. Yeah, so it's a bit of a standoff.
Yeah.
He, you're not exactly sure who's in the right here. You're coming to receive some ex-billionaire's
Oh, I know exactly.
illicit cargo, and this guy is looking for probably the exact same thing that Zirkle wants in order, because remember, they're using homemade weapons here,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right?
We did just get that half-ton of small arms from...
Small arms
Ammunition.
ammunition.
What do we have on the ship that would be willing to trade?
Well, they said we've got variety of electronics if they're interested in electronics.
Consumer electronics.
And black market electronics.
Recreational drugs, which they have.
And half
We're all
a ton of
cloud
other
enabled, and the
pharmaceuticals.
cloud is not enabled.
What would it take to fix the life support?
Too much time.
It's huge and it's old tech, I think.
Yeah. What would it take?
Complete reprogram.
No, it's not just that. Bear in mind that a lot of stuff's driven by electronics, right? That electronics is all destroyed by the EMP, right? So a lot of the control boards, etc., all of that's destroyed by the EMP. So what would it take to resuscitate part of the planet? Because that's the other thing too. You wouldn't necessarily need to turn on all of the life support.
No.
Just enough to get sections of the actual city up and running. What would it take? Literally, probably 100 tons of electronics.
Would a ton of consumer electronics help us?
No. The black market ones might. There's
Just gonna plug this
2.8
Walkman
tons
into
of that.
the oxygen scrubber.
And if you hit play and record at the same time, it turns on.
I'll switch over. How do you guys feel about offering cratage for these guys?
As in what? Like caretaking them?
Well, basically hauling stuff.
They
for them.
essentially want food and water.
Yeah, I
We
know.
really need to leave and come back, restock.
Yeah, I'm
and
trying
come
to
back with
avoid
food and
leaving
water.
and coming back with food and water to trade for crates because I'm already coming back with food and water. I like to leave with something in the hole right now.
Like 4 dead Liberati and 50 tons of cargo.
Well, they
Yeah.
said we're killing them too as we get those really nice vac suits.
Except you've heard a lot of radio chatter, which means that the Liberati will know that the Merrily is... Anyways, yeah.
Well, do they know, like... I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes down to it, times are tough all around. All right.
If you, like I said, we've got some electronics you could offer, but
We've also got some cargo lifters, which means we can help them load cargo faster if we work together.
But they can last longer in their
But they
release
can.
than we
But I don't think they're in that much of a rush.
No.
But anyways, yeah, I'll broach the topic though. Is see if there's something that they want that we can provide. Are they concerned? You concerned at all about loading cargo here? We could help you load them faster.
Okay.
Just take in exchange for our force.
Is there anything that you can offer? How about 100 years of freedom? How about not being underneath the corporate thumb for the past
Talking
2
to someone with
decades?
a big chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yes.
That's true. You're hung up on the past, man. You already have your freedom. The corporations are gone. They're dead.
Yeah, so are half of my people.
Exactly. So do you want to keep fighting the
Yeah.
battles of last year? Of the old world? The world that's dead and broken? Or
Better
do
to
you want to
burn
think about
out than to fade away.
oh god,
We're talking cliches, man.
That's right. It's time to start thinking about tomorrow. What are your people going to breathe and eat next year? Next month, even.
Okay.
Oh, yeah!
Beat that.
You're gonna have a botch off.
you did it.
Because I will note, these things have rolled a lot of... This one especially has rolled a lot of zeros and a lot of ones. And only a couple things in between.
And do both at the same time, please.
5! Oh, thank goodness.
Both at the same time, please.
Oh, sorry, did I reroll?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
both at the same.
3 and 3. Not a botch.
Fail.
Do I strike while the iron's hot? One of these... Yes.
It does let you get to reroll, and there's no ones.
There's no ones. I'm risking... What am I risking? Risking my agility. That's fatigue, right?
Yeah.
No. You're not going to be risking agility.
So this will
Wits. Frustration.
Yeah, okay.
That makes sense.
No. No.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, dude. You have to tell me what the risk is. I have to accept it first before you drop the dice.
okay. Frustration.
Okay,
Wits. Okay.
sure.
You get angry
I
and
didn't
it's
even
really
look
fun.
at the dice. Not a botch.
Okay, but you
Granted.
are frustrated.
Yeah, I am
Okay.
frustrated.
They're both frustrated.
Yeah.
No, he didn't push.
No.
He didn't push, so that's
Two ones.
2 1s. Yeah, could you imagine?
So okay,
Aneurysm.
what would happen if you pushed on 2 ones? Would that give
can't.
each mind point, or?
I can't push if I have 1s.
Yeah, I know.
So he looks at you. You're staring at each other. His guys, you can see their hands tightening on the triggers of their homemade laser weapons.
We're both getting our blood up a little bit. This is both emotional. We both lived through some pretty rough times here.
Just hear Stash over there go, even from the turret.
We can just keep shooting each other until there's nothing left but bodies. Is that what you want? Is that what this reduces to?
Well,
Laser cannons versus
so
that?
he basically said he'd rather burn out than fade away.
Yeah.
And Falk, at this inopportune moment, he says, I got movement in the sky. Something coming this way.
What have we got?
I think we're fighting our way out of this.
Well, we got things
I
above
gotta
us
switch
and
back to
things-
the other channels. Like, bug out.
Kill
Well,
them.
no, I think like.
Well,
I mean,
what do we got coming, or can you tell?
It's low across the horizon. I can't tell what it is. It's moving fast though.
They've called in reinforcements.
Either that or they called in someone that might actually be able to talk.
Could be your guys' call.
Don't be out there when it shows
We're at
up.
an impasse. Exactly. But they're also not going to just let us walk away. As soon as we turn
no,
our backs,
kill
guns
them.
are going to shoot.
Yeah, he's looking to.
He's looking for vengeance.
No, he's looking to get rid of you without a fight, but he's also not prepared to give up the cargo.
Yeah,
This might be a big score because it's kind of a funny thing. It's probably like full of all sorts of interesting shit because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
true. But those 4 crates means life for millions upon millions of Kusarians. So
Yeah.
You are motivated.
I'm pretty motivated. There's yeah, that's right. 4 dead Liberati's a small price to pay if it comes down to it.
Yeah, plus
Hey, open
how?
fire. Can you please shield Airy?
Yeah. All right. Well, don't want us to help? Don't want to work together? You just want us gone. 4 crates. How much you got down there?
What we got down there is what we got, not what you got, not what we're sharing.
They always pull up their vehicles.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, I'm going to walk away then. See if
Okay,
it lets me
so
walk away.
Ari steps forward. She goes, "Hold on now.
Men.
That's right.
Don't like me, but men.
Yeah.
Listen, that starship, it represents a real danger to you guys, right? We have weapons that we can trade you that will help you defend yourselves against those."
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't know. You guys didn't tell me we had weapons.
Wait,
to
you
trade.
missed the flat cannon that's been sitting in the...
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
They're no use
Okay.
to us because we, right? Plus, I think we also have some extra missiles that we probably could trade. That would do put a pretty big hole in something like our starship. So the next time somebody comes around and doesn't want to talk, you can.
Yeah. We've got a few missiles we can...
You want to make another manipulate roll?
Sure. I'm okay trading these weapons for those 4 crates.
that flat cannon's been sitting in the cargo hold for like...
What's the flat cannon? Was it to be mounted
Yeah.
on the ship?
We picked it up somewhere. Yeah.
we pulled it off the ship that
Am I rolling for
we
Eric?
dropped the...
Or me?
You can roll for Ari if you like. She has an empathy of 5, manipulate of 6.
Did someone else want to
You
roll?
should roll for her
I can
because
roll,
you're there.
sure.
So a D12, D6.
No, the flat cannon we pulled off of the cruiser we dropped the
And she has
truck
a
on
D6 for
Janan.
negotiate. She's a negotiator.
Nice.
All right, here we go. One
Any
success.
successes? One
One
success.
success.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, right. I didn't spend my filter. Open end that. So used to playing Savage Worlds.
Is that a...
No, but it's an
Expensive.
offer of something
Yeah.
rather than nothing,
True.
right?
Versus it's ours, just give it.
What's that?
Versus it's ours, just give it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We'll take it if we have to. Okay. Do you guys agree to that deal?
I'm down with it.
Depends on how many missiles she's planning on giving up, but...
Well, did fail though.
What's that?
Didn't get as many successes, so.
Right. So you'll probably have to give up most of your magazine to do so.
Yeah. That's fine.
I don't know. I'm almost a little bit more into like going the other way.
Like, The flat cannon we've been sitting on for I don't know how long.
Oh sure, but the missiles are worth
They were a
like
special
a
device.
lot. We haven't even had a. We haven't.
You haven't
like,
fired one yet.
We haven't even fired one.
Expensive. I mean, a missile launch is like the worst thing to have.
Yeah.
Like you're shooting cash at the other ship.
Yeah. So yeah, she turns to you and she says, "Listen, I've given you a deal if you want." She's on your private channel.
Yeah.
I've given you a deal if you want it, but I'm just gonna back up here if you guys don't.
I'm down with it. You can always make more missiles. You guys might not want to include me in the whole thing.
You might also be able to trade Kusari for some of them
Yes.
for a
Yeah.
magazine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Sorry,
right.
got lots of weapons lying around. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you can barter that deal, then as long as we've got a couple left in the magazine,
Well,
that might.
Well, we'll give them what we have in the magazine. We haven't put the plasma missiles in the magazine yet, so...
Lawyer it.
Well, the question is how much did it take for her to get them to yes? Took them a flat cannon and
And yeah,
Some
let's say your
quantity of
regular missiles.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you only have 4.
We only have 4 of the regulars.
Yeah, and we have 2 plasmas.
We have 2 plasmas.
Yeah. Well, I mean that gives us a couple nice shots if we happen to get into something.
Tough.
So the difference between a plasma missile though and a regular missile is there is some possibility it'll be salvage after you're done
With a
with
regular,
a regular missile.
The plasmas will just.
Plasma missile, there's no salvage.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they do is they basically inject plasma into the. Inside
Oh,
the
okay.
ship.
So it's kind of like a shaped charge for space.
Yeah,
That's kind of how we've used the missiles though in the past, right? It's like
We've never really
Never
used the
used that.
missiles much.
Missiles have been used on us.
Avoided them.
I
We've
know.
mostly been able to shoot them down and have them miss.
We have to keep our
that
budget.
PDW of yours has been very handy.
Yeah, it saved her.
There was
bacon
one
a
of the
lot
best.
times.
One of the it and the nav comp were the best salvages off the and her arm were the best salvages off the
Titan Fury.
Titan Fury.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm
So
down.
are they? Yeah. All right.
All right. You don't know what's in the crates, but the value of the flat cannon is monetarily would have been probably worth at least 4 crates of small arms, at least. Right, just so you know.
Yeah.
So we probably got a bad deal if that's all Zerko has in those crates.
But we're getting what we're getting from Zerko, right? That's
Yeah.
what the trade
Yeah.
is actually is. As long
Yeah.
as what he
That's
gives
true.
us is worth more
There's
than
probably
what we
tons
gave
of
up.
missiles on Kusari that aren't
Yeah.
being made. There might be other armaments just sitting around.
Yeah.
And that's
Alright.
the thing too. We're getting 2 rounds of things from this one trade because we're getting
Yeah.
from Zerko.
But if you're going to pull the trigger, Falk tells you if you're going to do anything before these guys get here, you're going to need to do it right now.
I'm cool with the deal.
I'm good with the deal.
Okay. They turn to each other, kind of nod. Give us the codes for these containers.
All right.
I want
Yeah.
them brought to us unopened.
If they're already opened, I can't help that.
One of us should go with you. I'm not there, people. Come on now.
Yeah. One
But
of us can go.
You've got the codes, so yeah.
All right.
I'll start offloading or
Getting a loader.
yeah.
Okay. So they have hand cranes, these little
Yeah.
things, which allow you to winch down into the hole. This hole is a shaft about 100 meters deep or so, and it leads down into a cyst in the ground, which I have a map for that too, in case there was combat. There are about another dozen or so Liberati down here, which would have been interesting. But there are also about 2 dozen or so storage or shipment crates.
Okay.
Okay. As you look around, you can see that they seem to be moving expeditiously to get the crates out. They also seem to have moved crates aside in order to find something specific.
Oh, okay.
Okay. As it turns out, the 4 crates you're after, they are not amongst those that have already been winched out.
Okay.
Okay. And so the leader.
Yeah.
Now you, by the way, your rad meter is like boop weep boop
Yeah.
weep.
So
And he looks at you. Oh, it looks like you're getting gas jummer. I hope you have some regen bath on your boat.
but
You
how
guys
long?
want to come back in?
Yeah, I'm
and
thinking
2
or
more
go
of us?
down.
You're down. This place is open. The atmosphere has penetrated down here, bringing up
Okay.
with the radiation.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come back then.
Yes, the trade out crew.
Yeah.
Me and Stosh can go down.
Those are running like advanced vac suits. Does those have better protection?
They do.
Yeah.
They're specifically there's an insert that you get, an armor insert, which is anti-radiation shielding.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't specifically have that, you might have extended life support or something like that.
Yeah.
If you don't have specifically anti-radiation suits,
Yeah.
the basic suits only have one modification slot. The advanced ones have 3.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. So nothing's ticked off. Yeah. Well, I imagine the radiation might be more like for mining and funky stuff like that.
Yeah, especially depending on the materials you're mining.
Yeah. Exactly.
One of the core components, which is part and parcel of a ton of the technology that you use, is lanthanum, which in its raw state is quite radioactive.
Right.
But it's what makes your spin drive work and
Right.
fusion reactors and all those kind of good things.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the reality is you guys don't have suits that can keep you down here in a period long enough to dissuade these guys from not being able to look inside your crates. So the question is, do you trust them or not?
But even if we trade out crew?
So if you trade out crew, it's about to winch down is about 5 minutes, 8 minutes down, and about 10 minutes up with the little hand winch.
Can we
Right.
help them load stuff more efficiently?
They push you aside. They don't want your help.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to trust them.
Pretty
Or
much.
kill
Or
them
take
all and then
radiation
take our
damage.
time.
Yeah.
Or take radiation damage.
Well, no, we wouldn't take radiation damage because we take their suits.
Yeah, that's right. If
We have to
kill
patch
them,
their
right.
suits up again.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like we're gonna have to trust.
That's
them.
you.
Okay. The second thing as well is after you guys make the bargain with them, Falk monitors radio signal again, lightly encrypted, but he doesn't know the key, and whatever it is that's moving towards you goes to ground.
Okay.
Apparently, not wanting to reveal whatever resources they have.
Yeah. Well, we know they're there though. Still.
Well, they might have seen that we have a full-on starship and whatever they have skittering along on the ground might get.
Well, if they called for help, they would have relayed that information.
Yeah.
Right.
You're also thinking that it might not just be you that they're concealing themselves from.
Yeah, they're probably concealing themselves from the Gong
Gong
Bay,
ships.
from any of the other
Oh,
scavenger.
maybe we should mention to these guys. Hey, do you guys have something like our crew has seen movement on the top of the ridge or whatever?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Um,
Well, these guys have Sparta cars, so they might be them.
It could be them. In which case, so what? We know that we see
Yeah.
them, and if it's not them,
If
then
you
maybe
mention
they
it to
have a
them,
leg up.
if there's somebody salvaging those pieces, they're unconnected with these guys.
Okay.
If they're chatty enough, if any of them are chatty enough, or the one guy that was talking to us is chatty enough, what can I suss out about the different survivor groups on Caprice? Like,
Go ahead and make a manipulate check.
okay, I will do that. Never mind.
Nothing.
Not a botch.
These guys aren't that talky.
They're just not that talkative.
No. They go about their business with a cutthroat and laconic efficiency that you
Yeah.
find slightly disturbing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you find yourselves, it'll probably be about 3 hours, and they deliver the crates to the back of your ship. With the suits that you have, you can go outside for just about long enough to get them loaded into the vehicle, and then head back inside immediately.
Okay. Have the crates been tampered with that we can tell?
The crates themselves they didn't pass through customs, so they have no custom seal or anything like that. They are locked, but what does that mean?
Exactly.
And before we go
Luggage
very
locked in
far,
a suitcase.
open one, or were we supposed to leave them?
Do they look untampered with enough that we can look at Zirko with a straight face and say they were not tampered with?
Well, you can.
Before we got here.
Well, yeah, you don't actually have the codes yourself. You'd have to break into them yourself.
Perfect. So, as far as we can tell Zirko, this is how we got
And
it.
as far as I remember, we're supposed to dump these in
Plausible
space.
You're supposed to leave these in space. That is correct.
Yeah.
So you don't have to return to Liberty.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
right.
Awesome.
Oh,
Excellent.
we're just
I
getting
really
them up
wanted
into
to-
orbit or something? And then-
near the Merlin, was it?
Yeah.
The non-military moon of Liberty.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah.
Yeah. You weren't going to return to
Like one of the
Yeah,
research
yeah.
points or whatever.
Yeah,
you
because
recall,
he wouldn't
there's
want
a-
his
you know, there's a-
contraband down on
Yeah.
the planet or whatever. He's
They're
got
getting a little
operations
fashy there.
elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. There's 2 comments you've avoided. Congratulations.
Cost us a flat cannon and a bunch of missiles.
You before they load the stuff onto your ship, they will take your goods in trade.
Yeah.
But they do provide you with these crates. These are standard size shipping containers. Your ship is designed to carry 6 of them all told. With 4 of them in your cargo bays, the bays are quite full.
Yeah.
You have to move your equipment sort of around to make it fit correctly.
Yeah, well,
Stack
because
some things up. And
we're
shuffle
up
around.
to 75, just around 76 out of our 96 tons of cargo.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we're dusting off and heading towards
We're dusting and dropping.
Liberty.
Okay.
Or Merlin, or whatever the moon of Liberty
All
is
right.
that we're...
So a place to get food.
And then we're going to need some
Yeah,
place to
drive
get
food.
food, because...
All right. So you, it takes you about a day. Day 137. You guys load the crates. Gong Hei flies overhead a few times. You can hear these guys talking. They do technically check over your missiles to make sure they're not decoys or duds or anything
Yeah,
like
Of
that.
course.
That the electronics are actually still good.
Yeah.
Right? Did you ever test that after you were EMP'd?
No, but they
No.
weren't on.
Okay.
Were we in EMP? I thought
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
no,
around
we-
the edge of the...
We
No,
caught
you-
the edge of it.
Yeah, and then she dead sticked it into the side of the. Right? Remember you had to unbury your ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were glad that our that we salvaged the one fusion generator.
Yeah.
So these guys, they pack up. One by one, the other cargo crates are loaded out. And a skylifter actually arrives to take them off. This is like a big gravity lifter. Probably used for carrying mining barges, etc. But they carry cargo containers quite handily. And they make off into the distance as quickly as possible. They don't brook much curiosity, and they're very quiet about what their plans are or anything along that line. You can see Falk follows them on the radar. They head southerly, but then he can see them just on the edge of the radar make a westerly turn, probably trying to stay out of your radar sense.
If only we didn't have military grade sensors.
If you had standard grade sensors, you would never be able to notice the ship.
Yeah.
So they probably didn't expect that you have something.
I'm assuming that seeing the ship approaching and going to ground was also a result of Falk's skill and our sensor quality.
Yeah, regular cargo hauler like our ship would have originally been bothered and know where the other
Yeah,
little
exactly.
things are moving on the
Absolutely.
surface. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They also notice that they obviously have mapped the Gong Hei flyovers,
Yeah.
and their lifters arrive and depart before
Just
the
outside of their
flyover.
window of
I kind of want to. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get to trade them small arms just so they could make some trouble for those Gong Hei soldiers who were friendly enough to us.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure that any of the Gong Hei flyers are going to
Let me
have
give-
lots of fun with that flat cannon.
Yeah, that's true.
Brought a
Good
bunch
point.
of small arms last time.
Yeah,
We did.
that's true.
Yeah, we've been supplying these guys for ages. It's all our cred died with Crane.
Okay.
You were saying hand cranes. It's like they'll have like a little doll of reverence. The cult of the Liberati.
And considering
Oh,
Crane's
man.
reputation, a hand crane might mean something different too.
Oh.
You could say he's the father of Caprician resistance. Or a good portion of it.
Boy, oh boy. All right. The final conclusion, though, is that these 4 crates get loaded onto your ship. You all are required to take a certain level of radiation drugs to counteract some of the effects of your being on the planet for this long.
Am I able
And
to handle that with the stuff, our supplies?
yes,
Okay.
this is relatively routine stuff. If you had been out beyond the expected exposure time, you probably would have had some challenges or would have had to use the autodoc or actually made a medical roll. But in this case, it's just a matter of
Iodine pills. Well, or
and
equivalent.
producing the proteins necessary for your body to pass it. Over the next few days, you guys are going to be your urine is going to be sort of a milky texture as the proteins
Yeah.
do what's necessary.
I'm also going to assume there's some futuristic, like, DNA repair stuff in our med bay or whatever.
So, you find yourselves ready to lift ship on day 137
All
after
right.
the cargo has been loaded. I think probably we need to go to the star map and decide where exactly you guys are going to go.
So I would say Merlin if we have enough food and fuel to go to Merlin in one hop and to Kasari in the next hop. Because Merlin, as I recall, I keep saying Merlin, but it has two moons. Is Merlin the military one or the...
There's Kansas and there's Merlin.
Kansas is the military one.
Right, so Merlin is the right one. Okay.
We're not
So-
in Kansas anymore.
That's right. Kansas is unapproachable. Liberty is tough to get to. Merlin is another desolate moon, right? There's no food
No,
supply.
it's actually a food-bearing moon, I believe.
Yeah, we were concerned about actually landing on Merlin, though, were we not?
We don't have to land.
I know, but we might have to restock on food if we go to Merlin.
We
first.
have 23 days worth of food currently.
So Merlin and Kansas are the two moons. Kansas is the militarized moon. Merlin is the inner moon, which is... It's up in this corner up here. That way. Yeah, it's this one right here.
Yeah.
It's whooper small.
But so now, a typical jump's going to take, say, 10 plus days, right?
Yeah, you're jumping out of the Atlas system, and you're jumping to a separate star
Hyperion.
system.
Yeah.
So
Now, where's Kasari in relation to Merlin?
Kusari is actually around Urail, which is down there.
Oh, jeez, we have to go
Exactly.
intersystem.
So I don't think 24 days is enough to jump to Merlin and then back to Kasari.
That would be correct. And you have nothing that Kusari wants in your hold.
No. Exactly.
Except
so I
going there and going,
Where are
hey,
we
send
supposed to pick
40
up
tons
this
of
pic-
food to
or-
Kasari, or to what's his nuts, and give us some too.
Now, was
which has a
Zerko
lot
going
less strength than
to...
here we have a hold full of this. Yeah.
Was Zerko going to send the Peregrine 17 to Kusari when he got it, or were we supposed to pick it up somewhere?
Your understanding is that he's acquired it, and he's prepared to make delivery of it the moment he gets his goods.
So we actually don't have to go back to Kasari except to let them know about the trade on...
It'd be nice to go back as conquering heroes with a bunch of Peregrine 17 already supplied. But we might not be able to. Unless we get food someplace else. If there's another supply of food, we can go to Merlin first and close that deal.
So,
I would
are
like...
there any shopping centers that we can stop at? Any
We don't really
Walmarts
know
in
what the
space?
state of a lot of things are.
Okay, well,
Well, is there any
for planets
agra?
which produce aggro,
We can go to Bolivar.
Bretonia is right there,
Yeah.
right? And Bolivar is right here, and they are two of the more they're two of the larger bread baskets of the
And we
cluster.
have friends on Bolivar.
Bolivar, yeah.
Yes,
Let's go to Boulevard and
they
stock
speak
up.
Hispanic there.
I just did that language.
I think I
forgot a chance to use it.
So we
Yeah,
have
I've got
friends
that.
there, so we go there, stock up, and then head to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you'll need something to trade in Bolivar for food.
Oh, we've got the...
We've got electronics and we've got some pharmaceuticals, but that's about all we've got right now is the problem.
Yellow ice.
We got a lot of credits stored up, in theory, or a lot of deals lined up that will, when they pay out.
Yeah, but while we're in system, we may as well get there.
Can we forage or hunt for food? Because then
We don't exactly know what...
Survival of 0. No.
the ship-based weapons should increase our
No.
efficiency.
Oh,
Just
look, I heard a
laser-
buffalo. All right.
Great!
That's what the lasers for, pre-cooked and everything.
Set lasers to shake and bake.
All right, I've got my turkey. Just give it a quick... All right, turn it down just like 99%. Okay, and...
You don't go for direct hit. You go for ground hit nearby and you pick up the pieces. It's like instant jerky. Yeah.
Pre-made ground beef.
Merrily jerky.
Okay, so you guys are lifting ship from Caprice,
Yes.
perhaps for the last time ever. Who knows? And you are headed to...
I say Boulevard. We've got a little bit of stuff, yeah?
It would be interesting to see how it's fared there, and we've
Yeah.
had like some good contacts. So
We do have
Yep. The only issue I'd have with Boulevard is there's no deals to close there and it doesn't...
Wasn't there the art dude there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
we just
what did we just pick up?
Up.
Good call! We've got deals on Boulevard.
True.
Port for life.
Good call.
Unlimited.
That's right.
I mean, I don't remember details. I'll
Yes,
have to
and that
dig
art
it.
dude was a governor or something.
He was the
wasn't
undersecretary of Valencia.
Yeah, something
We have
like
like a
that.
permanent garage on Boulevard.
I guess we're going to Boulevard.
Boulevard sounds good.
And,
He had money to pay you previously.
well,
He may have.
yeah,
Money is
We'll
worth
take
nothing
farmers
now.
now.
we're going to need, we're going
And
to
Boulevard
need,
has lots of cattle.
So I see it's approaching 4:30,
Yeah.
which I think was our agreed to stop time.
and
Okay.
you have to go at 5.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So why don't we call it there,
Okay.
and we'll pick it up from there next time. You've lifted ship, and you're going to make a short spin to Boulevard,
Yeah.
which is within the Atlas orbits itself. You have lots of friends there,
Yeah.
and hopefully they'll be able to provide you with some life support as you continue your survival sci-fi game.
Pretty much. It is sort of survival. Before I forget, by the way, this is the first time I've actually looked at my character sheet. Oh, my manipulate's only D4. It only costs 10 to upgrade. This is like the third session.
Okay, so
I
we'll
set
do that. Give me one moment here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been the Mara Lee. This is sort of an interstitial,
It's a thing.
whatever. Just because we wanted to play over the Christmas vacation, we didn't want a month to go by between. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you like it, and hope you join us again. This is the crew of Karina, Kyle, Tev, and Matt signing off. If you like, please like and subscribe, and check the bell. And that's it. Take care.
Do I wish everyone Happy New Year if you're watching this
In the new year?
in the New Year?
And if it's not the New Year, if it's, say, July, this is for the next New Year, because he's precognitive and knows that you will have another New Year and wishes it to be happy for you.